Hello. Hey guys, welcome to HunterBBQ live stream, and today's we have a very special event. It's that the 3v3 events and I'm late for this live streams. I'm very apologies for this. So I try to add the match chart here so that we will be able to understand what is happening now instead of just look at those player and the team start to fight. Okay, so this the chart, and you can see currently the UTC. Let me check. Currently the UTC is 12.49, so that's our time on the game current time. So but we have the teams going to start the fight. So that means I missed the first and the second match. And then now we're having the team CCCR versus this AQ team, and let's look at how they are preparing. So I think the next match I will join. So let me try to airlift here so that my airlift will start to regenerate over time. And let's see where I can land. Okay, I can land somewhere here. So I think I'm the fourth team because after the team CCR versus Aquil, we will be up by this Team Supreme, and we are versus Team Slayer. Hopefully we have some fun because this is custom event that's sponsored by GodxKillah. Killah is one of our long-term R4 officer since the level 2 city opens, and he's a long-time R4 since XYT until today. So we've been about more than 300 days, about a year friendships. Alright, so let's try to put my truck to gather some of the resources because that is what I always do. Then also seeing I'm not sure how's the match, fight and war about that because I missed those fight because today's I have a busy day. But very appreciate that we have the Killah really hold up this match. And let me set up my, if you notice my screen, I did a lot of setup for my live stream, so that my screen looks like very bigger now, and we have more visible of the game instead of just look at those blocking things. And now I try to make my game sound to be able to listen. Yeah, now the game sounds finally get back to the live stream because I have a lot of settings that I didn't prepare well today because unexpected things happening today. Okay, so also this is my setup. So if whoever's tried against me, yeah, it's the informations. Maybe good, maybe not, but I just try to share what I put on my officer setup. If you notice that I used to be using Anthony and war machines, now I set up differently, and also think about how to fight. And from the videos that actually I have my partners, but he having a problems, so he have to leave the groups of my team. And the good thing is that I have my new partners, so that fill up my teams as long as I do not need to be fighting alone. So now I think they are trying to set up. So once they are set up, they can try to do the fight. Alright, so the team CCR, I think they are joining this XYT-2. So I think they are trying to clear up the map, so not going to have some bunker help, and also try to mine all those mines to give more space. Yeah, so they ask them not to be very nearby, because if you have your best setups next to each other, then it's not good for the fight. I'm not sure whether I need to give them a space until they ask me. Alright, so I let them have my space, so I'm not going to block them, because this match we should give them the space until my turn. Then I will just step in, and I still need time to understanding what is happening now. And Killah is trying to get the tag from both allies, so he tried to put the tag and give a start up and give the mark for those two teams to not having some unbalanced start. So because if you're aware, this team Aqua, he have a very strong team, because just two of them about 77.2 millions, and this John Wick guy is about, I'm not sure how strong he is. Now I can look at his base and look at how strong he is. So it's 71.3 million. So two of them add up is about 140 something, almost 150. So now you can see Team CCR, what is happening? They're moving too far away. Maybe since they are not needed my space, I will just occupy this place again. Okay, yeah, let's move the top side. Can I? Yeah, can't that? Alright, so let's put my base there. Let's clear this ribbon and this ribbon, so that if anyone try to come here over, they will be having more space. So now I think they're moving too far, and they now start coming back. So basically, CCR, they're having 3 members on their team. That means they are about 50 over millions power, or 40 over millions power. Yeah, something like that. So what Killah try to put the setup is one team on the left side, the other team on the right side. So start the fight, and they can do. So I just give a very basic head up. What is the terms? I mean, what is the rules of this match and the tournament? Since this is a custom tournaments that everyone's trying to watch, and I try to be the live streamer and to be the broadcast, so that we can having all those what do you call that, the referees. And that's what I think we should always try to help out and try to understand what is happening now. But unfortunately, I missed 2 match on the earlier. Okay, so now let's see. I have this timer. I have to set this timer to a 1 minute mark. Why we need the 1 minute mark is because if one team having no member at that this particular village, and then the timer of 1 minute will start to count like this one. After the 1 minute is count to 0 and no one get back to the village, that team will be considered defeated. That's the terms of you should have 1 member getting back. And then each team and each of the member and players that entitled to have 2 airlift. That means they can use the airlift during the fight, or you can get siege down, and then you can use the airlift to come back to the war. That means each of the member you have about 2 extra life to do that. So that's basically that's the only rules that we have. Then the fighting time basically doesn't have any limitations, but of course everyone try to be do their best to finish the match as soon as possible. That is what we should do during the war. But everyone try to fight anyone online before, even though it's like 1-on-1, 1-on-4, 1-on-5, or 1-on-2. They will understand how difficult to fight someone online because the game changes a lot. It's not really like those times that we have. That's why if someone is online, you try to kill them, it's very, very hard. Even though they are offline, you try to siege their base style, also very hard. So you can take a look about Team CCR. We have 50.4, 49.8, and then another 59.6. So add up, they are almost more than 150 millions power, but that's not the main issue because their overall average is about 50 over millions against two about 70 over millions. And this guy even have the latest base skin that give him additional 5% of whatever, because I doesn't have that skin, so I don't care that at all. And 4 of the members that have no skin at all, you are just having the I don't know what this skin is, but I just pop from my collection, so I have that. So let's kill this thing as well, and kill this thing too. Alright. So I think I like this new setup screen that I do some setup to make this screen possible. So everything is not too big, blocking my view, I would say. Yeah, so we also enjoy more angle of this wall. So currently you can see 2 of the allies is their allies. So we have to break the things that yeah. Alright. So the war will start anytime now. But the problem is that I need to go to cancel the things that so basically now we are waiting for them to cancel the allies peace agreements so they can start the fight. So everyone's trying to do that, and I need to take some time to read back the comments, and thanks everyone to tune in to have this what do you call that, the broadcast of these events and make it possible, because we try to make it fun and try to make it more visible, and hopefully the future of this game developer will consider something fun like this. Even though we are doing some beanie things and even some custom, not very perfect, but you know, having something fun for everyone to have a watch, have a like actions happening is much more fun than we try to catch someone on the map, try to fight with them, because this is a small tournaments. If this is success, then we will try to organize second one and third one, and everyone's joined the tournaments. They fully understand this is a tournament, so they having they are set up differently from what they should have on the war zones, and this is limited time, limited resources, and limited strategy that we can use, and we try to make it fair to both team. That's what we try to do. About the translator, I think the YouTube have that options, so maybe you can look at the subtitle there. They will have some automatic translator options. And thanks for 2 members to join my BBQ channel, and thanks for tuning in to the BBQ parties. So yeah, they are very, very what do you call that, exciting to have the war start. You can see they start to say that let's the match start already. Alright, so I don't see any question on my YouTube comments, and I don't see anyone try to do the things to make the match start. So I have to swap my account so that I can cancel the allies agreements, so both allies can start to fight. And if you are aware that one team is stay in XYT, the other team is stay on XYT2. So both of the team also stay in one of the full research alliance. So that will be considered fair. And you can see the strongest team usually stay on the XYT2. So supposed to be okay. So let's do that now. Alright, so that's what I can do. Right, so I already cancelled the alliance agreements. So they should be start to fight now. Hopefully they're having fun, because I seeing one of the members already leave the XYT2 because he's want to start the match already. But that actions will make him lose about 15% of, I think more than 15% of his buff for firepower and durability because of the alliance buff. Hopefully he's aware that if he think that is okay, can just continue to stay out of the alliance. But that is up to his choice, because everyone should understand what is the buff giving you, what is your advantage and disadvantage as well. So you can see this guy get to the XYT2 now. So I think he should know that alliance buff is very important, because you have level 1, level 2 and level 3 city buff. Each of the city give you different HP buff and attack buff, so you should aware that, even though like his base skin give him additional buff as well. But that is not the main concern now. Now everyone's seeing that the tag here is show that 1 minute will start the match. Hopefully we have the best view possible. And also I try to explain how they fight, and hopefully this third match give me some of the experience and some of the heads up, so I know what I should do when my match coming, because my match is the next one. So this match anytime end up, then I will have to go up to make the positions and try to fight my team. Hopefully that I can do something nice and something interesting, so everyone can learn 1 or 2 things that what I try to fight. Alright, so basically I get late to this tournament, so I have a lot of things that to read up just to make sure everything is get correctly. So we have some yeah, so Killah is getting a lot of his effort to do. You can see he choose the locations and clear up the location for us to fight, and then he even put up all the matches and ask all the team to be there to prepare, and second round to be prepared. Hopefully everyone just to be make sure that everyone is on the team. You can see all the team, all the members, my team superints also swap the new names for my members that the previous member quit the team because some personal reasons. That's why I find the replacements. So my team is still 2 fight. I mean my team still 2. Right, so the match is already started now. So we will see team XYT2 and team XYT. So I will just be easy to understand. I will call team 1 and team 2. So to be easier to understand what I try to talk about. And apologize that I can't pronounce all of their name correctly. If I call their name wrongly, and please apologize for that, because some member name I know how to call, some I might not sure, because usually we give them a nickname or something like that. But I just try to make more broadcast feel, so everyone's watching this like a real tournament match instead of just randomly a few guys try to fight on the map, and we just look at like, oh my god, we doesn't really understand who is who. I just try to make some of them like a superstar and try to win the final tournaments. And of course the price is not very much, but if you compare the real match and tournaments, this kind of price is actually very big already, and that is only sponsored by one officer from XYT. If we can somehow make like 2 to 3 officer, or 2 to 3 or more than 3 sponsor, then we might held another tournaments, so the price also higher. So now we can see this John Wick, he tried to move his base that he can set up the B2B, but he also aware that he not to move too near that become the first, what I call that, the target, because if you move too near, his partner is too behind, so that they can't cover. Now they're doing this step by step moving forward, so the enemy can't stop them, because once you try to fight now, like this guy Jose, he's the only one try to make it aggressive. So I think the other two CCR, they try to be very defensive, because they know they are not very strong. They are just about 50 over millions power now, so they try to play defensive. But I would say the best defensive is like a circle that can cover up, so you can cover the enemy when they try to siege. But this two CCR is just too far away apart each other. So if someone try to, if the team 2, they try to kill the left side first, so this guy having a trouble to go there all along. Now team 2 is successfully having the B2B setup, and this team 2 guy, he also move slowly, not too aggressively. So you can see this already having a progress, and team team 1 CCR, they doesn't really can't do anything now. But now we are seeing this very big gain from this Latkata. Even though his troops trying to die, but you can see he take out the enemy archeries. That is very huge benefit. If this guy can kill his archeries, that will be maybe buy him a win ticket. So you can see they are using a very good technique. They try to sacrifice one guy troops and all his squad, but he can trade off one of the enemy whole squad. So once the enemy doesn't have the whole squad inside the base, they can start to do their siege. Even though you try to buy back, train back your troops, the whole squad, but you will take time. So that's the best time they can try to kill his base. But if they can try to be very defensive, that is also a very good play as well. That's why I try to see they are trying to be very aggressive to be defend. And they also try to reduce the enemy's troops. They know these things. You can see now this guy losing 3 of the main group, only 2 groups is inside. They can start to kill his base, even though like 5% or 4%. That is not very much, but you know the progress is very impressive. So if you repeat this kind of progress, 4% become 40%, then you are take this 77 millions power die down. And this John Wick is definitely just doing his own thing. So basically, his 2 of them is trying to be very solo, because you can see Kai is trying to take up the top guy, and John Wick is trying to take this the bottom guy. So they are not very team working now, because they can't assist each other, even though they are the team. I can't see they are doing the tag team things, but they are doing very solo. And they doesn't know how to use the technique of putting their archeries behind their base, because their base is not activated. So definitely they need to put the archeries out to make the archeries become more useful, instead of very idle stay in the base. And this guy, he doesn't know how to use his super heavy. Once his base is already activated, he should put his super heavy out and make more aggressive to play. So the enemy try to touch his super heavy, his base will try to kill the enemy. And he also can do more assist to John Wick, because 2 of them is very near to this Corsair CCR. Both of them should really try to take out the Corsair first, instead of take out the 2 guy that become a very isolated and become a solo things. But now this guy really need to wait for his troops to come back. Now his troops whole squad coming back, so that is how they should do. And the fighting time from the starting time until now is about 7 minutes already. And really seeing someone's already having a progress. At least this Lakata, he also having almost the whole squad down, and then Kai also having a whole squad down. So now John Wick aware that they are fighting alone, so he will be backed up. You can see how he's trying to back off, I think, instead of going forwards. No, he's trying to moving forwards. So they really know how to fight with those advantage because they are higher power, and those are 50 over millions versus some 70 over millions. So now CCR, they should do something to kill off some of the enemy, because one of the other trees should not be a 5 grade. So now they are moving a little bit more of the left side, and instead of this guy is a little bit too far, but he also very try to use his archeries to support his team. Now 2 of them try to kill this Corsair on the middle guy, and 2 of them is the teammates try to support, but this Lakata doesn't have anything else to support now, but now he's trying to move his super heavy, but you can see his teammate on the middle, he should really relocate his base instead of letting the enemies try to siege his base like a free kill now. That is not very nice, and this guy on the bottom should really focus on the enemy strongest archeries. The one have Anthony, and the other one on the Emperor should kill 2 of these archeries first, instead of doing random things, because I can't see how they kill the enemy archeries. And these guys, he know that he got siege, he should really relocate and move back. If the enemy try to chase out, these 2 teammates will take the enemy squad down, because that enemy can't move their base. If they move their space, 3 of them can be very aggressive to trade off the enemy, because by the number, the enemy having a additional 5 troops that can kill them. So now Corsair aware he should really back off instead of let the enemy do the B2B things. But this John Wick also aware that it's time to do something, so he also try to be aggressive, and the Kai also doing some support instead of doing nothing, to seeing once there is an opportunity to do the kill. But now this Corsair is having very far away and leave this Vendos a little bit too near to the enemy, so he might be the target next. Now this 1 million archeries totally can't fight these 4 millions, even though he want to, but it's not the fair fight, so he should not do that and let his archeries die. Because he is the target, he should really try to do one thing, is recruit all your squad, become a full squad first, instead you try to do anything more. Because you have 2 of your teammates, so you should count on your teammate. When you need to back off, your teammate should really do the cover. Now the team 2, they know they're having an advantage, because this guy down about 40 or 45 HP percentage, and Kai only down about 4%. So the huge difference about a strong team and versus the lower team, even though you have a number, you should really know how to fight, is that the defensive guy should always try to let the enemy siege you, and you use your super heavy to try to tank whatever that you can tank, and 2 of your teammates should really try to kill the enemy archeries instead of kill their super heavy. That is not very benefit to the war. You can see kill 1 of the enemy's archeries, that will slow down the enemy to kill your base. And this Lakata is not doing a very good job, because he's trying to activate the enemy base. That might not be the very best option now. The best option should really kill the enemy archeries and then do the siege, because the enemy doesn't have, like now is very bad, because the archery is going down very quick. Once your archery is going very quick and your super heavy are also going down, then you have no way to stop the enemy to continue siege you. Now I can see the B2B, and this guy is just too far away. That's why the position is very important, that you want to support your team. You should be somehow set up the positions. Since the match is not started, 3 of you should really understand how to set up positions, like cover 3 of them instead of stay very far. Now you can see the base not even deactivated. He's trying to use archeries to do the siege. Is very bad choice. But really seeing some of the actions, instead of 2 teams try to be shy and not doing anything at all. But they know they should do the swamp thing. That's why they try to do the all in now. But that is not the options, because you can see 3 of them is not having a full squad. That is first problem. Secondly is their super heavy is down. You can see the gradings. So without a super heavy, you can't really do the swarm thing, and without the archeries, you can't do any damage. So at least they do something, they try to do. But I would say Team 1 CCR, they should really try to be super defensive instead of when the enemy try to siege them, they also try to do a counter siege. That is not the correct way to defend when you face some of the 70 over millions power enemy, because the main power and main scary things from those extra power people is because of their troops. If you take out their troops, basically their base is free to kill, because the base can't kill your super heavy as long you have your spanner and the angel of light off on your super heavy, then you will have no problems. But because of those troops that inside the base make the base strong and become scary, that's the reason. That's why you have to take out all those enemy archeries first before you think of the plan 2. Like now, this Lagata continue to do this mistake again. So maybe they are trying to trade off, you know, to have one member die and trade the other guy down. But that is 100% not worth it, because you have the opportunity to kill the enemy archeries. When the enemy try to do the siege like now, you have a best opportunity to kill their archeries instead of try to trade their base. Once you trade off their archeries, your two teammates can kill the enemy base anytime, even though they're having a red one is very low damage, then you can trade off instead of now. Because once you kill the enemy one time, based on the tournament's rules, you still have 2 times to airlift back. So if the enemy have a full squad, they can instantly come back and kill you with the full squad. That is not things that you want. That's why if you can kill their full squad, they have to be out of the map. And then once they want to be airlift back, they might not doing it inside 1 minute marks, because the whole teams of your squad, they take time. So that time, you can also use the time to do a all-in swarm the other targets. You can see this guy from several over millions down to 69. That is how this guy doing a even better job to kill John Wick main forces. Instead of this, Lagatas continuously try to activate this enemy Kai base and make 2 of them unable to do the attack to kill the Kai archeries, because his base is activated. So anything try to touch his troops that getting counter attack by the base, that is not very nice. That's why you're not trying to do the help. Instead, you try to put more fire put more pressure to your teammate. That is not very helpful. So you should always understand how to be a teammate, how to be a support, that not going to put more pressure to your teammate, but you are going to make the support's correct decisions. Like now, these 2 enemies try to siege your team. What you can do is put your super heavy to be kill their archeries, and then not worry about your super heavy about die. Or even you can put your super heavy somewhere here, so the enemy try to kill your super heavy instead of kill your teammate base. So your super heavy is treating the enemy HP instead of let the enemy kill your teammate base HP. So your super heavy basically can train back, not the problems. But the base regenerate need about 10 hours. That is very long hours. But this Lagata continue to do this now. So you can see how the enemy base do the counter attack and kill all those the Corsair squad that I really repeated a few times. So he is not really helpful. Every time the Corsair and this Van Loss, I think his name is Van Loss or something, 2 of them try to kill Kai, his troops, but this Lagata always try to activate this Kai base. That's why when they try to do the counter attack and his base try to kill them and make their troops die quickly, and this Corsair can't even have his troops fully get back to the top. That's one of the hardest thing to play. And this John Wick, basically he can do a one-on-one to kill this guy at this point of time. And Kai, he can basically to focus on this Corsair, because I think this is the mark. Once this Corsair getting siege, this Lagata will try to activate his base. He can quickly do the backup his base, make this Lagata to get away, and then he can continue to kill this Corsair. and John Wick can continue to pressure this when lost. So 2 of them will be down very quickly, I think about 1 to 2 minutes. Then this Lakata will feel alone all the time because he is alone. So this is the strategy from both teams I will suggest them to do. So if they somehow get this idea, they know how to kill their team. Like I try to give a little bit advice and knowing how to do the correct things from both point of view. Now you can see Lakata really doing the things that I say about from team 2 point of view. So now because I try to do the things, that's why I already predicted how to fight from each team and their point of view. Now you can see if this Corset things down, but they're also doing quite a good job to let this Lakata to do a very minimum base attack to him, and they continue to kill this when lost. So 1 down 100%, and Corset can't do anything because his archery is down, and this Lakata is just doing nothing and look at his teammates down. So it's very bad now, and you can see they are behind, doesn't have another space, so that if the Wenlos try to get back, he doesn't have locations to make his space. He only can put his space somewhere here, and this Raven might blocking, and then that's one of the problems. Or he can put his space somewhere up here, I will say, maybe not, but if somehow this Lakata is the maximum HP now, he should really do something instead of let this team 2 try to progress furthermore B2B. If the Venus try to stay behind, that's the worst strategy, because 2 of them will instantly kill him. But if the Venus not going to come back anytime now, 2 of them will be very what I call that pressure by those 2 of the strong 70 million powers attack by B2B, because B2B is very effective by the strongest power versus some lowest power. That is what of the game mechanisms. And now that if Velos can somehow get here, yeah, then that might be good, because he can put his troops. If you're not worried about his troops getting killed, he should really try to jump now somewhere here, whatever, or somewhere here, up here. Then he try to put his troops to be somewhere middle of 2 of them. If the Kai and this John Wick try to get his troops, and no, Jose and Lakata can do his job to clear up the enemy. That's the very best thing to do from Team A now. I mean Team 1. Team 2, the best one is kill this 40% HP down base Corsair. So this is the best thing he can do now. But I just aware this Lakata and this Corsair, they are not on the full squad. I think it's maybe because of the tournament rules that you can't exceed the 150 million power. So they are fighting with 3 full squad instead of 5. And this Lakata, I think he's fighting with 2 full squad instead of 5. That how they swap the things, instead of 2 member, they making it to become a 3 members. That's the things I want to talk about it. So from this point of time, I will say Team 2, Kai and John Wick already having their victory half the way, because anyway, this CCCR team, they are down to 5% HP each time they got airlift away and airlift back, and they can use one-time assist from the alliance. They can make their base back to 20% base HP. But the problem is that 5% and 20% is not enough. Basically, you are sieged down about maybe 20 seconds. If you are 20% HP, I think about 30 seconds, your base will down. Because that is how scary when you have a full of the archeries and do the things. And you can see Kai is doing very good jobs to clear up this Lakata's archeries, instead of let him do the free kill. And this John Wick is very focused to kill the enemy space, and this Corsair is not really doing anything to what I call that kill the enemy archeries, instead of let the base do the auto attack. I don't think that is very good job. But now doing an auto attack to kill the Kai archeries, but his base is super low. If John Wick kill his base now, it's wasted another chance to do something. And this Lakata is not doing anything to this empty base now. It's not the best thing he should do, because what he's always do is try to kill the base, and now he's really missed the chance, and this when loss is stay a bit far. I think that is good because as long as you stay far, you still support, and once your team down, you can still do the support with your troops. But now this Lagata is doing everything alone by 2 strong guy with B2B. So now he should really put his super heavies out to kill this thing and use his archery. But I think his troops is down during just now the war. That's why he can't do anything at all, because he have only two group of troops to use. And Kai also having a lot of troops down, but he always having 1 full troops that whether it's a super heavy or his ATG is still in the base, so it's very hard to kill. But they're doing some frost to kill this Kai base. I think down about 35% or 38% down, or maybe 40%. But John Wick is a whole brand new base here. And now I think this Lakata is going to be down very quickly, even though he tried to put his archeries out to do some damage, but it's not enough. I think his teammate really have to do something now to save this Lakata, otherwise his brand new base will go down without any pressure. And he should really put his super heavies out now instead of put his archeries out. That is not the strategy that we always use, because your super heavy is supposed to make it out and let it die to trade off your base HP, instead of let the enemy have the full kill of your base. Since your super heavy going to be siege and let it down, why you can't use your super heavy now to let the enemy kill your super heavy? And each time the enemy swap the target to kill your super heavy, and you just move it back, then the enemy skill charge will be reset. Instead of you try to reset your own archeries, each time you put it out and put it in, that you are also try to delay your own archeries, that you are giving even more benefit to your enemy. But your super heavy is supposed to do that job, but you doesn't put your super heavy out to make that happening. So that is one of the things that this Lagata really have to improve his skill a lot. But that is how I try to do, and I also try to give advice to those team, and that is how we try to organize the tournaments by Killah, and so that each of the fighter is getting more skill improvement on the next coming server versus server. Then we know what we should do, because most of the fighter, they always join the army groups. So the one know how to fight, they use their troops to swarm. They doesn't really understand what is 1-to-1, 1-to-2, or 1-to-3 fightings the field looks like. So John Wick really know that advantage. He instantly try to kill the base now instead of letting them try to do the healing and try to recruit back the full squad. You can see this 20% base can siege down about 30 seconds, and Kai also know that, but now 2 of them having a crash on their base can't deploy. But you can see at least John Wick did his job, even though Kai getting down. But John Wick is the very stand now. He should do his thing, and he sieged down the base. He instantly retreated. That is very smart of him. And he tried to use the archeries to kill the troop instead of let his troops to do the random things. And I think that is very good. But also seeing 2 of them is doing very solo things. So 2 of them is not very tag team, but instead they try to do a solo. They know each of them what to do and what is the correct things to do. You can see John Wick is not even helping to kill this teammates Kai trying to do. They can really put their super heavy to kill it now. Like not need to put all the troops, because one of your super heavy can kill the base. Yeah, so that's the thing. Maybe they know that this Lagata, even he deploys his base, he doesn't have a defense. Like now, he doesn't have a defense. So John Wick know exactly should kill those have no army, because Corsair army is on the top, his base is on the bottom. So you kill the army, definitely they are out this match. So every time they try to airlift, they are going to get out. So killing the enemy troops is the key to win during the online versus online. Even though you try to chase this empty base, it's not very wise. I would say the better choice is use your super heavy and one archery to try to kill the empty base instead of let this empty base try to train back and become a threat. Like this now, John Wick can't deploy his base, and now he's trying to have some pressure since the enemy is already have a full squad and those troops in at the corner can't run away. So why you can't kill the empty base now? They trying to get back some squad. So this one of the advice. Two of the team can have a lot of room to improve their skill and understanding the situations. Alright, so I don't think the second 60 seconds is applied because this Lakata is still on the village. But I think this Lakata get sieged out one time and he get back, so he's used one airlift, so he still have one more. The Wenlos, he on the top, so he used one airlift as well. The other guy, Corsair, he also used one airlift on here. And yeah, so 3 of them already down one airlift, and 3 of them have one last airlift to go in. But the problem is that 3 of their, Team CC they only have one more airlift, and then they only have 5% HP on their base. That is very hard to fight. So now you can see, yeah, that's the situations that CCR, they should really put their base very far away from this Kai and John Wick, and they can put their troops on the defense line because their base can no longer to hold anything at all now. If the enemy touch their base, definitely they are going down instantly. Now is the best time to airlift somewhere just to kill this guy troops and kill this John Wick troops and block his base. So this Lakata doing one good things now. He relocates his base, but his base have to be moved instead of but setting back his base is still a good. Now you can see the base do some defense, but his teammate really need to come back now to help him. Now this is not the best time because this Lakata already down. So this Lakata is totally out because even though he come back now, he have nothing much to do because so I have to count the 60 seconds from now because his base is down. So 60 seconds is on the countdown. I just look at the map, make sure CCR is getting back within the time. Okay, so I think the Killah is already announced. The team winner is already announced. So I'm not sure the 60 seconds is needed or not, but I just let it count down. And yeah, so let's concrete this team. What is the name? Yeah, AQQ or something like that. AQQ. Just say the team Kai and John Wick win. Congratulations on to them because the next match is me. Then just a little bit nervous. I'm not sure because my teammate not sure whether he is here yet or not. So let me have so alright, so do you all aware from those match that we have, definitely we have 0 air force action at all, fighter or bomber whatever, but we have 0 action. So that's the problem of what do you call that, the air force, because we should really have air force in the game. Instead no one used that, so no one really think the air force is what do you call that, useful. Yeah, that's the problem of everyone try to rush to the air force, but basically no one really use that, even though like this head up match online versus online. So now my teammate is here. I'm happy that he's here. So let's look at our power just to make sure that so now my teammate is 74.4 millions. So he give me an emoji. I give him an emoji. Rainbow. So my power currently is 75.5. So both of us add up about 150 million power, something like that. Alright, so the best thing is that I have my truck about hour something to get back the resources. So I have almost hours to fight. I don't think we need to fight about hours. And another skin pop up, the base skin. So let's look inside what my partners have on his setup, just to understand both of us having what kind of setup. So he have a super heavy. That is very simple because this online versus online, so you do not need to have open field fighter, because that might not be the main fighter powers that you need from online versus online. You need to kill enemy base to win the tournament. So he have 3 artilleries and 1 anti-tank guns. That is almost the same like me. But one problem is that he having what do you call that? He having 1 red artilleries and I have 3 Liberty artilleries. Yeah, that's the difference. But of course, my artillery is not all the max level. Of course, he have the max level. That's the difference as well. So now the match will be start soon, and we have to wait for our what do you call that? Competitors team to get into this area. Then we can start to fight. So basically, I will just not going to discuss with my team. I mean, with my teammate, what we should fight. Alright, so I just tell my teammates that we try to do almost the same thing like the previous team, Kai and John Wick. We try to do some solo things, but also try to, because I know how to see the situations and how to do the correct actions. And this position might not be the very best setup position, but I can't call it good positions or a bad position until I see the enemy landing. That's the things that I want to say. So actually we can do something like this. Since we have those no resources thing might blocking us, actually we can make those resources thing out go missing. Like we deploy our base near those mining, then those mining will just disappear, and we have a largest area for lilith in or whatever reasons. But now my base is not getting that. Let's move a little bit more just to make this mine missing. Let's just sit on top of the mine, then the mine will just go off. Yeah, you can see now the mine is missing. I can't just make this mine away because my teammate is getting that things. I mean, his coverage is blocking. So yeah. So and then this match, no one is really using the bunker. So bunker is one of the technique as well. But I think that is out. So let me do some what do you call that? Squad setup. So you can see I have this setup. 4 of them assigned to a groups, and then 1 ATG on another groups. Then I have 1 bomber, and that's the setup I have. And this is my officer setup for this fight. Most likely I won't change them because change them you need to have a lot of time to do that. And this is my what do you call that? The Air Force setup. So yeah, that's the setup that we have. Alright. So now what we have to do is wait for the other team to stroll up, then we can start another match. Then let's what can I do now? Okay, let me find the new chart. I need the new chart because the old chart is definitely not the things that we want to read. Like just now, that is the old chart, not supposed to be there. Alright, so let me get this thing in. Okay, just give me a little bit more time. It's very hard for me to do the live stream and do the fight and also do the broadcast anyway, but I still have to do it. So now we have the new chart, and you can see I'm on this team Supreme. We are going to fight the Slayer. So that's basically what we're trying to do, and yeah, so let's wait for them. So after the Team Supreme versus Team Slayer, we will have the demons and fight the God Complex. Basically, GodxKillah, he's one of that team, so we will see how he's doing. And then we missed the fight of the first match. I mean, first two match. The first match is Team USSR and Team Hore I think I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but that's the two-team fight. I'm not sure which one win, but that's fine. So the next second match that I missed is the Team Matt and Team Chess, something like that. Also not sure which one win on that. So that's a two-team. And just now we witnessed of the match 3, Team CCR versus Team MQQ. Something like that. Okay, so MQQ win that match. Now is the fourth match. Is my team, the Team Supreme. Basically, I don't know who named that team name because I did not name that Supreme. But no, somehow the organizer gave us that name, so we just take it. And yeah, we wait for the match to start. So I have a little bit more time to read back the comments that anyone try to ask anything in my comments. I try to answer you. And of course, I have to thanks for Philip James join my BBQ's live streams, and thanks for the subscribe and welcome to the BBQ parties. And that is very nice to have all of you walk through together with these tournaments. And hopefully whoever cannot turn on the live stream now and can watch back the replays. And because this is a custom tournaments that we totally sponsored by one of our officer, GodxKillah, and these custom tournaments events that we try to make it fun for everyone and also try to make it fair a little bit more. Of course, it's not perfect because it's the custom things, but we try to make it fun. Sometimes you can't balance and make everything fair because sometimes somebody's better, somebody's might not. But everyone have their chance and join and enjoy the fun. That's the main things that we want to promote, to make things fun instead of we have nothing much to do after the Moscow War. So it's very kind to have one person in our alliance, our officers, try to think of something very, very fun and make it really happens now. So I have a question from my YouTube asking what's the best way to get a tier 10 Air Frost unit. So basically you can get all those Air Frost ammo from the campaign store, and then you can purchase them from the black market, like the ammo shop. You should purchase them. Other than that is kill some ravens during the ravens events. Yeah, then nothing much basically can do that because my bomber is not very strong. You can see my bomber is 1.9 millions. It's a X tier now, but it's not a super strong because we already having some people having 2 millions above, 3 millions power. I'm just very average Air Frost user. Yeah, not sure what he tried to do, but yeah. So let's read about the next comments. So Liberty fighter plane is good because it's for the buff. Alright, so I think we still have to wait a little bit more. I think this Dr. Y, he tried to put his super heavy next to me. Maybe he say that he will protect me, but you can aware one of the problems is that my super heavy is 4 millions and his super heavy is 3.9, so I have a little bit more about benefits maybe, but my archery is not as strong as his one. That is one of the problems. Yeah, and his setup, he's still using this Guardian of Truth. I think he's using Guardian of Truth and Spanner. That is the old setup, but not going to comment much because yeah, that is what we try to do. But anyone watch about my previous videos already know the newest setup supposed to be a Spanner plus this Angel of Light. Yeah, that's the newest setup. But if you doesn't have Angel of Light, you should really try to work her out. Even though I'm not sure, because sometimes someone is what do you call that? Not the siege group that you should not have Angel of Light. But if you are siege group, you should really work on Spanner and Angel of Light. Okay, so we have this match swap. That means one of two of the teams can't make it. That's why the team Equal, they try to fight this CCR to be a second match. Alright, so the third match, we are here. I'm not sure team Matt and team Chas, they supposed to be here or not. Not sure. Maybe they having some situations, but definitely we are here and we are waiting for our opponent's team to show up. But my heart somehow tell me that if my opponents doesn't show up, do we get an automatic win? That will be very funny because we try to make fun here and get the automatic win might not show how the fun, because you know, you can't be the champion without any real actions. Okay, so let's wait a little bit more. So I think my teammate Dr. Y, he is very exciting. Like the previous team Kai, he also very exciting that the match should start as soon as possible. That's why he tried to play with emoji and show me that he's ready, very alright, so we might not be the next team because I really see the team might getting back. I mean the previous match. Alright, so we have postponed. Then yep, let's grab our gear and get out of here. That is very funny, but this is how we have custom organizations. And our organizer, he tried to ask everyone to be here at the correct timing, but I think that still work as somehow. This guy is really blocking, I would say, but alright, I don't care. We can't waste our airlift because airlift is very important. That we need 2 airlift to come back to the war. That since that is one of the one of the benefits and one of the rules. So let me kill this bunker as well. I already checked here. We can't fit 2 base here. Unfortunately, that my teammate have to find the base to be down here, something like that. At least somewhere you can stay. Alright, so yep, the third match is Team Matt versus Chaz, something like that. So yeah, that's my square. We start to fight. So I have to wait a little bit more because our opponent is not here. I think my teammate won this area, so let me give him this area. Yeah, so that is not a problem because for me it doesn't lose anything. Okay, I just need to put my base down somehow, so I can't do there. So let's come here and do it here instead. Alright, I can put my base somewhere here. Right. So this is the only ribbons blocking, so it's very easy to make it away. So let's do this bunker also and move my super heavy. Also not to move my super heavy out of the bunker range, so the bunker start to kill my archeries. I just want to use my super heavy to make this 26 guy away. Yeah, so let's throw him away instead of let this ribbon block my base to deploy, and I do not need to even collect this what I call that the resources that I do not want. Right, so I have to be a broadcaster again just to make sure the match is going to start. Hopefully the members have to be tuned in and stay into the match. That is one of the problems, that if this is official events, then everyone will join the game and press enter to the event. They will be in the match and the map will be nicer. But this is a custom, so sometimes someone might late, someone might went missing due to personal reasons or whatever. And even though we have some of the member blocking the way or whatever, so but at least we enjoying some of the actions, and we have some custom event that make it possible. So for the long terms, we might try to organize more events and make it better from each version we try to do. So we also try to do very nice things and fun. And of course, I'm the only video guys in the XYT and Server-2. I try to make it very fun and try to share it to the world. And of course, that will help to maybe make other server and other organizations think about the fun that we bring to the game and the value of those hard work we have. Then all the guys or organizations might consider these fun things that we can do, but definitely dragging and delay the match time is not the things that we want, because based on the match time, we are supposed to be matching on now, but I think we are already about 1 hour delay. So today we might stream a little bit longer, and might affect the next match and the next match, something like that. But I think it's supposed to be fine, because as long everyone's having their match and everyone's enjoying the fun, it's supposed to be okay. But waiting is one of the pain things to do. That's why Killah and all the organizations, they all the times remind everyone to be here 30 minutes before. That's how I try to enter the match before the other match finish, and also try to leave here so that we can fight. But if the match trying to drag and delay furthermore, then we're having some timeline problem, because no one can really stay online about 4 to 5 hours just to watch someone to fight, and hopefully not going to delay too too long without any actions. If there is actions, I don't mind to stay that long. But I don't think that is the situation now. That's one of the problems that no sign-up team, they should really do their job. But yeah, we're having this problem now. So what I can do now basically is just wait. I can't really go anywhere. So I think all of the 3 teams might be absent because 2 of them supposed to be here, and even though they push the other team to have the match first, but that is about 1 hour additional time for them to get over the match, but they can't do it. I'm not sure whether they will get disqualified or not, because that might not be fair, and that is not the fun that we want to bring. So I think they might get another postpone, and let's put the last team, and let's look at the chart. We still have the team Demon versus team God Complex. So they might be the one go in first, so they can fight and let others team to get online as soon as possible. After that Demons and God Complex fight, we still have another team match, Team Alpha and the Team N Boss. Alright, so that's the schedule for today's. So I have questions from the YouTube. So Trigger definitely I'm not sure where he is. A little bit hard to find him, and I need to say thanks for Matt, and subscribe for my channel, and welcome to the BBQ parties, and hopefully that you like the BBQ parties and the contents, and thanks very much for tuning in. And another question is what is the base eye? Everybody. Also, so basically you should have so for base defense, this doesn't really have the best setup. It's based on how you tune it up, but you can see my setup, because some of the member or some of the players that doesn't have the max 60 level or max skill, but the problem is that I try to swap my officer whatever that I want. Is because all of my officer is definitely already awakened. All of them is max already. Even though my Dead Adder, he's not max, but definitely he close to max. I do not really need the additional 2% of a firepower, and the durability gain about 4%. That is not really needed. And his awakened skill is about 5% moving speed. That I also not needed. That I definitely not really care about, but all of my other officers really max out, you can see. And White Wolf, definitely I don't use her now, so I don't really pay a lot of attentions, so not really care about at all. So once I change them, it's based on their buff and their skill damage, and that is how I try to make my defensive. Of course there is no perfect defense, because you have to always see who is your enemy and how you should kill them, or you want to be fully defensive. If you're trying to be one-on-one online, you have to think about a defense and also an offense, because if you just fully defense, you can't kill the enemy base, then that match might fight forever, because you have to kill the enemy about 9,000 reserve. That take a lot of time to make that happen. So you should also try to consider about when you make the best defense officer in your squad, but you also have some of the setup to make the offense as well. Otherwise, you are not getting the benefits. Once you kill the enemy troops, you should kill their base, but you can't do that with the officer of offense. Yeah, that's the only things that you should understand. what is situations, and based on the situation you should swap. Like I swap my officer almost like every single time based on different events like combat drill or a war or like a swamp team or whatever that I need. But for this event I put this setup. This is the only setup that I put is based on this event that I think it might work a little bit better than the previous setup that I have. Yeah, something like that. So it's really based on what officer you have, what level is on that officer, and if is it all the officer that you have, is it maxed out or not. If not maxed out, it's not really work out like what I should have, because I have everything maxed out, so the result might not be the same. Yeah, so sometimes people ask me how their setup can be improved. Mostly I need their information more than just show me the graph or a screenshot, because their officer is not maxed out. Definitely you need to understand that is one of the problem as well, because the officer give you the buff and the skill damage. That is the main purposes and the main result to make you stronger and make you better. But if you try to copy my setup but your officer is not maxed out, then you can't achieve the same result that I have. So you should really understand how you should make your best thing because of the officer skill and the buff and what setup that you have and your playstyle as well, because my playstyle is a little bit different from others playstyle, because I all the time changing my setup. So I think now the organizer Killah, he a little bit what do you call that, impatience or enough of wait for those postponed team or some I don't know, the late team or whatever. So now he finally put the tag to say that 5-minute mark. So let me try to put the timer. I have to go all the way out and make the timer available. Alright, so let's put the timer there and move the timer a little bit top side. Yeah, okay. Now the timer moved to the top. So we have 5-minute mark. After the 5 minutes, then one of the team win, the other team doesn't show up, they automatically disqualified, because it's something that you should follow, because that's the how the event works. Even though you try to join the official events, if it doesn't show up, you automatically lose. That is the rules all the time when you try to join any tournaments. That's all the time we have these kind of things, that you should not be late because of your personal reasons. Alright, so I think someone asked a very interesting question, and I have that what do you call that, template, and with the standard answer, so you can have a look, because most of the people always try to ask this question. I don't think that is a very offensive question, because everyone try to make their account stronger by sometimes they play a little bit more than others, or maybe someone try to spend a lot of money try to win someone, and someone try to play very skillfully and try to win someone. So I'm not sure which type is what kind of player should get, but everyone becomes strong not because they just play 1 or 2 days. They become strong because they really work it out on the game, and each of the game have their different skill. We should always try to learn. Yeah, that's the things that I want to say. Of course, sometimes we can buy the win, but not all the game you can just throw the money in and you get the win automatically. Yeah, that's what I try to say, because we have some very strong people on those Server-2, and they can't win just because of one guy. They might win online 1-1, or they might win online 1-2, but the result is very clear that one person can't win the alliance war or the server war, because that is how everyone efforts and add up, then you become a very strong alliance. It's not because of 1 or 2 strong players, but of course you need some kind of MVP players that do the break in and do those opening war and closing war. That's we should have some strong players, but skill is one of the things that we should apply. But I don't think a lot of people will understand that. Even though we have the last match, everyone will just think about 270 over billions power, try to bully some of the 50 millions power peoples. But I think I give a very fair comments and improvement from two team of their point of view. So if they can somehow improve, I wouldn't say they are be 100% going to win next time or the future, but I would say that definitely give them a better opportunity to become improvement. So that's how we also try to make everyone improve their skill. So I think the tag removed, and now yeah, the organizer already announced team met at once, means they get that automatically wins due to the other team is not showing up, and they are automatically considered defeated and disqualified. Hopefully next time they sign up the match, they should really make the time to join the match. We are not going to support all those absent and delay or not showing up contestant, because what we want is real actions. That is the main purpose. We try to organize those custom event and to have the real fun, real actions that show everyone's how we fight and how we can improve. So everyone share that topic at the same time, and everyone try to improve at the same time. That's the problems. Okay, so this one guy asked a question about someone in Server-2 spend a lot of money to get his account up to 115 million power. I'm not sure how much he spent for that, but that is how he make it work, because I would say it's not cheap. Definitely it's unexpected amount, I would say, but I not on that level yet, so I'm not sure how much the guy spent to get him that level. You should really ask him instead of asking me, because I'm just 70 over millions power, so I do not know how's the feel to get over 100 millions power. For me, I just having the very simple monthly things and basic things, that's all. Yeah, this is very nice tournaments that even though the idea we having this idea is very long time ago, we really find a very best time to do. But the very best thing is about Killah, one of our officer. He really keep up this idea and he really make this idea works. That is how the things work, because without him to keep it up, then no one really want to make this thing work. So he really put a lot of effort to make this work, instead of everyone just talk about it and no one really organize the real things. So now the match is going to be a God Complex and Team Demons going to fight. So we're having this match on the third match. I think, yeah, that's the third match, because one team got disqualified. The other team is on the late postpone, so we have this third match. Alright, so we're going to have a very best moment of the fight. Is because of let me see. It's because of this God Complex is having one of the officer, and he is the organizer, GodxKillah, and the other team, Demon, also having one of our officer, so it's considered two officer of the XYT. They trying to heads up and fight. So going to be a very interesting fight and see how one of our super fighter GodxKillah and try to do his actions in front of the everyone's, and the whole alliance and whole Server-2 is watching as well. And I also try to do my broadcast. Hopefully he doesn't do a lot of mistake that I can catch, so that I have to tell him how he should improve his fighting skill. Yeah, that's the things that I want to talk to him, because we always try to make a joke about how other fighter should improve their skill, this and that, and they just say how cool and how strong and how amazing they are. But we always try to make a joke about how we can kill each other easier than the enemy. So both teams is trying to make their arrangement and have their placement. Only seeing one team and one member getting in. The other team having one troops getting there, maybe. Yeah, okay. So Allah's team is here, but not really have a lot of space for them to set up their base. So every contestant, they try to make their way here earlier, even though they can't set up their base. They're thinking that's supposed to be okay. That's why I also try to take one of the seat and look at it on the front row. So let's get back to the question of my YouTube. Alright, so yeah, I don't think anyone is trying to pass 3 God, because currently he's 150 over millions power. Sometimes you can purchase something to make it strong, but sometimes you need time to make that strong. Not just about money can go through that kind of process. So because our server is about 1 year more, something like that, just past 1 year. So that's the timeline we have. Yeah, definitely no team is going to be forgotten, because organizers always make sure each team have their show up. Okay, so Loki is trying to ask a question about Guardian of True. Because of the new the new update of this game, currently the best seller for Super Heavy is supposed to be Spanner and Angel of Light, and the result and everything I will show in my videos and with the real testing. So if you are not going to believe it, you can really look into my video about how you should use your Super Heavy. Even though I really try to make a lot of amendments and try to tell a lot of people how to make these changes, but a lot of people not really understanding how that works. That's why I make a video specifically, and also make it a real test to show each of the officer put inside your Super Heavy and what is the result with a real test. And the result is very clear in that videos. If you do not want to go through the whole process of that video, you can just jump to the end of the videos. You will see all the result, and you can just look at those damage and just have a rough understanding how of each of the officer give the buff to your Super Heavy. And I would say the worst officer to put on your Super Heavy is Percy. So if anyone try to use Percy now in your Super Heavy, you should really think about it, not to use Percy on your Super Heavy, because she is the worst one to put on your Super Heavy. Yeah, that's the things that I want to talk about it, and hopefully it will answer your questions as well, Rocky. Okay, about Liberty Bomber with 4 million power, that is definitely outstanding. I don't think that someone can really have that kind of superpower to have 3 set of max out Liberty Bomber. But if that is really happen, you can try to screenshot it and send it to the customer service to ask them, have a double check on this guy account to make sure he is not doing anything funny and anything out of the game setup. so that everyone having a fair game instead of someone try to be very funny things to win. So now we have this GodxKillah getting to the match, but I don't see anyone else, so I'm not sure whether they are trying to walk over here instead of using their airlift. I would say, yeah, I can see. I think they are trying to move over. Yep, you can see. Team God Complex trying to move their truck. That's why we have to give them a little bit time. I think they use more airlift earlier today just to set up these tournaments, because he have to make this village available and a few village available just to become the max match the battlefield. So he already used his airlift, so he try not to waste any more airlift, and he will have the airlift when the next match is coming up. So I think we can give him a little bit more time, because he's already put a lot of effort to make this tournament possible and become a real deal. Alright, so I think the team God, I think he just put the name there. Let me put this chart very quick. So we'll look at the team God Complex having 2 members on it. The first one is Wishy, the other one is GodxKillah, and the team Demons having 3 members. The first one supposed to be Demons. The second one is CH, Endo. The last one is, wait, I can't read it here. Let me read it here. Sienna. I think that's how I'm going to be pronounced, but I just make it very simple about Team 1 and Team 2. So whoever stay in XYT going to be a Team 1. Whoever stay in XYT2 going to be a Team 2. Yeah, so that's become a very easy to understand. Team 1 and Team 2, and Team God is already here. Yep. And I would say the other team is not really here yet, so they should really work it out to ask their member to be here, because only got one guy is here. This guy is about 45.5 million power. Yep. So hopefully we have a match instead of another auto win. Maybe not. Right, I think the match will be start very soon. So since we are waiting for it, why don't we look at the chart and have some understanding of the match and team. So after this Team Demons versus Team God, the next team will be Team Alpha Team Good Wonder Wave versus the end boss. That is the next match. Hopefully we should be the next match because we are on the top, but I'm not sure if our opponents doesn't show up another 2 match, they might get disqualified again. Maybe not. Alright, so after that we will have another matchup. I'm not sure that will be today or maybe tomorrow, because too many people is getting missing on today. Little bit weird. So now we having this GodxKillah. He's here. His current power is 84.2 millions. That another 10 to 12% higher than me, because I'm 70 over millions power. But his teammate is about not very strong. Wishy. Then let's wait for the Team Demons to come here. And this is the other team that they are ready here, and they are very exciting for the actions. So I think Team Killah is doing very good setup. And this guy, Team Vishy, even though he get the skin as well, and this GodxKillah, he doesn't have a skin at all. That's very surprised that how someone strong that doesn't have a skin, and if you luckily that you get the skin. And the teammate is only 36 million power, and he's 84.2 million power. So now he's trying to clear the bunker so that he have more opening on this village and on this battlefield. So hopefully the next team getting here anytime now, so that we can have the match to start as soon as possible. That I think we already wait about 30 minutes. So now we see another member of the Team Demons. I have to look at the chart again just to make sure the member is correct or not. I think this guy might change his name or something, because he still call his name about CH, but definitely he's not the end-all. That is how I very hate someone always try to change their name when there is an event or when there is missions or something. Yeah, that's not good that when have someone name on something already, then they try to change their name. But Team Demons, definitely they have 3 of the members on the map now. So if the text start to become a start, then the match will start automatically. So I think within a 5 minutes we will have a match start. So we have Team God versus Demons. So he tried to ask this Mr. Demon go back to his side instead of cross the middle line, something like that. Yeah. So from the position side, I would say GodxKillah is doing very good job. He tried to be a one man on the front, and his teammate, which he tried to be on the back. So if anyone try to reach his teammate, then he can do a lot of things. But secondly is that if anyone try to get Killah, his teammate can support him on the back, and so this very defensive setup. And this is another match of 2 versus 3. So position is very important from the B2B. And this Mr. Demon, I saw all his troops is only on half. So this is one of the disadvantage. If he doesn't want to train back all his troops now, then it's not very good. He will consume more time. So I think now 3 of them is the full teams already. They are Team Demons. And Team Demons, we have Mr. Demons, CH, Odin, and then last member is Senyo, something like that. I'm not sure, is it a Chinese name or is other country name. So we have Team God, we have GodxKillah, the organizer and the main sponsor, and his teammate Matt Bushy. So the match we are going to be start on another 4 minutes, because the clock now is 14:26 and the match will start on 14:30. So they really know about the position is very important, so they try to do a lineup now. We have 60 million power, and then 40 million power, and another 45 million power. So their main fighter supposed to be this 60 million power should take up GodxKillah. the other two should do a backup. So once they take out the GodxKillah, this Wechat is very easy to take off because anyone with 30 million power is very easy to take them down because they are not even the half of the what do you call that, the full squad they have. And this guy try to clear the bunker just to make it more fair, I would say, because sometimes you can use the bunker to kill the enemy once they're going to transfer their base to move their troop, and the bunker try to kill your things and you can't really move that, or the bunker ravens try to block your base to deploy. That is one of the strategy, but I think they removed that that mechanism on this match. That's why the bunker is on the side that not really use it. But okay, so another 2 minutes the match will start, so let's really wait for that and see how's the actions from one of the best fighter in XYT. So let's look at the ranking. How's Killah ranking on the what do you call that, world ranking. So we can see GodxKillah currently he's ranking on top 3 on our server-2. This is the things now. Yep. And then the top one is 3God. Recently he changed name, but that's not the highlight now. The highlight is GodxKillah. He's top 3 in the server, and let's see what he can do and how he win the head-up match. So 1 minute to the match start, and then we will see some aggressive move, I believe. And this guy still not get away. I think he will get killed, whatever, because no one should supposed to be stay inside. So I have to check. All right, so let me put a tag here. Because this guy is having archeries here in XYT, so if GodxKillah make them enemy become red, this guy as somehow will try to help GodxKillah at some point. So if kill this guy first, make it more fair, because this guy should not be here at all. So now I think this CH here aware, so now maybe try to kill him. Basically kill archery is very easy. Use your super heavy to do the attack, and use your archeries to kill it. Yeah, something like that. So GodxKillah try to move his base now to become very aggressive. CH definitely do a defensive. No one really care about this thing. So hopefully that not doing a lot of unfair factor, that no one care him at all now. So now Killah try to use his archeries when he in the range, basically doing his best to do a support with a light tank, and demons do a very good job to use his super heavy to chase GodxKillah's away. So since the match already start, let's get this tag away, so not going to block the view. So Killah is using his archeries, but the demons archery fire first, and this archeries really give him a lot of advantage to kill off Killah's half of his archeries. And CH having a very good setup that he have a lot of archeries on the outside, and this 68 very far away. He only have his, I think this heavy tank and one of his archeries on the line. So they try to do a swamp now, become very aggressive, and Wechat try to do a support, and his base still very far away. So Killah try to do it defensive, but now he used all out to kill one group of the demons archeries, and now his base having all in all out things to do a random siege to kill the enemy's random archeries. But at least they are having some trade-off of the Killah space. But Demon's doing a very good job, I think. But this 68 is doing an even fantastic job to kill 3 of the Killahs. I mean 2 of his archeries. Now Killah only left 1 super heavy. We should try to do a support now to get in. And then this CH also do a very good job to have to kill this Killah super heavy. If Killah super heavy doesn't want to redraw now, yeah, he should redraw because no point to fight too far away. And then we should do a very good job to continue to support what he can do. And Demon continue to put a pressure. But their base is super far away from Killah. If he can move a little bit top, then they can do a B2B to kill Killah. I would say that is good. But now you can see Killah having a down on his super heavy. I mean, he 2 of the archeries and his super heavy. And now he understand these demons having a very low defense. So now he do the siege to make it very quick. But Demon also use the same strategy to use all out to kill his archeries, but not really successful. But now he having a random kill to those whoever try to touch his space. And this rocket is doing a fantastic job to kill the archeries because 1 shot can kill the whole squad of the archeries. But it's very bad to against super heavy. But 68, he also doing a very good job just to help the teammate. That's why they stay very far because it's not very strong. But they're doing very good support, and now they really bring a lot of pressure to Killah base. If Killah not going to stand back now, he might having a huge problem. Which he try to do his best, but he only can stay away and try to do whatever he can to make his troops to become a very good defensive. But Killah also do a very good defense because of his base and his power is very strong. So he only down about 30% of his base, but he also bring demons down to about 20% of his base. So in the other direction is trade very good trade because Killah doing very fantastic job protecting his teammates with untouched, and his teammates is even though burning off few of his reserve is not very concerned because he want to win if this is a real war. And Killah also doing quite a good defense, but having all his archeries die is not the main should do things because you are 1 guy trying to against 3 guys, so you should always having some of defense instead of having your defense down. But he also doing a very forced to siege down the enemy base now, you can see. But he also sacrificing his archeries to continue to siege. That is impressive, I would say. So, but he also know the things that, but Wishy now should really pull back out, not to go too deep, because Wishy is not going to fight and win the victory. But he really go in all in just to want to support the Killah, and he really did a very good job to chase back the enemy. But this rocket is very deadly. You can see 1 shot can kill the whole archery squad because rocket is supposed to be counter archeries. So Demon and 54, 2 of them can't really do anything because their squad continuously getting killed. So without a full squad, they can't do a lot of things. But you can see they're doing very fantastic support to keep on kill the Killah's super heavy. Once the super heavy is down, then Killah can't continue the siege. But at least he bring down Demon down to about 40% of his base HP. And Wishy is also try to let his super heavy to take the damage instead of let the enemy to kill the Killah's base. So this is one of the things that I always tell. Use your super heavy to trade the HP, not to let the enemy to kill your base HP when you need your base to stand there. Your super heavy definitely can get it back. But now you can see how the activated base can help. Once the activated base help, then you should always put your super heavy out and let it be very, very aggressive like Killah doing now. He try to let anything to attack his super heavy. Now your base can do the counter attack, and that is how you should really do once your base is activated, and you should play a very aggressive. No one can really touch your super heavy now. And yeah, this is another siege. I think demons really need to do a defense, and this 54 guy is good to kill another archeries now. Now he fire up and kill off 1 group of Killah's archeries that is very defensive, which is somehow get here with his light tank. at least he draw the enemy away from killing this Killah. Even though his light tank is dying, but his light tank did his job to draw the attention of the enemy, not to let the enemy focus on Killah, because his Killah defense is very, very low now. But his base doing a very fantastic job now, because the enemy side, I mean, demon team, they doesn't coordinate about the swamp. Now they having all the die without a reason. You can see it's not necessary to having this kind of sacrifice, but somehow they did, and they doesn't have a super heavy to tank the enemy base. And one guy tried to airlift during the war. That is very, very bad things to happen, but that's not going to disturb. So I think he even tried to join the war, so that so I'm not sure why this guy is here. Definitely is not something good, but this interrupt my broadcast as well. So funny. I didn't know something will get happen like this. Definitely get out. Alright, so Killah is continues to kill demons and might miss some of the opportunity just now because of this guy going to interrupt the match that is a custom 3-on-3 match tournament. But you can see Killah is standing very strong. He's not all the archeries aim the enemy base, but he also used the archeries to kill all those archeries try to aim him. And Wushi is doing a very bad support, even though his troops and his archery whatever try to keep on dying, and his super heavy still here, still try to draw the attention away from the enemy, not to let the enemy to very focus on Killah. And so Killah is not feeling about 1 versus 3 instead of 2 versus 3 now. And demons, he really need to back off his base now, because there's no point to stand there and let the Killah to kill his base very low. He should really move the base now and let Killah kill this 54, because his power is about 60 millions and you higher than a demon. So he should really use the teammate opportunity on all two of them should really solve the operation now, so that the teammate can cover up a little bit more, and demon do not need to be frost out of this battlefield, and his base can cover a little bit HP, but the best is that he do not need to frost out. And so Killah will still continue to doing 2-on-3 situation instead of 2-on-2 situations. So demon should really do that. But Killah now having a very large pressure, because his defense now finally team demon try to do a swamp, and they really did a swamp with very good things. But you can see Wushi really doing a very, very good best support that chase away all those demon things, and demon's team having a down, and somehow this very strong top 3 GodxKillah base is getting down to 50%. That is very huge achievement from team demons. So but team demons really need to help demons, Mr. Demon now. If he really do not want to stop his position, he will getting down by any time within a minute. That's now. So he really need to relocate the base now, and he really need to do the swap. Otherwise, he will have to use a 1 airlift to get back to the battlefield. That is a waste, that since he can do the swap now. And because of all his troops is very low, if he do the swap now, he can have a little bit relax time to build back his troops. But this 68 and 54, two of them are also doing a very bad supporting. But you can see Wushi doing a very good job to continue to support Killah, and Killah really did a 1 versus 3, and Wushi really did a very, very best support. And Mr. Demon finally his base is getting down, so it's 1-0 now to Team God and versus Team Demons. And if Demons he somehow move his base to behind, definitely he can change a lot of things. But so unfortunately he didn't get the opportunity, and he got 1 down, so he only got another 2 airlift to come back. But once he's come back, his base is about 20% HP might be. So Wushi finally move his base, because Team God, I think they are having an advantage now. So you can see this 100% become 1-to-1 situation, and this 68 finally kill this AFK things on the next door. So these are very good things to have. I think 68 try to move his base on top just to block Killah to move further. Washi try to stay next to Killah. Definitely they can't move over there, because if they move over there, they might let the Killah kill them. But they also try to move a little bit further. If the best thing somehow can draw Killah away from Washi, I mean, Demon might be doing a snipe somewhere here to kill Washi when he try to support Killah. That is the very good strategy. But that's not the happening now, and you can see 68 doing very good job to kill Killah super heavy, and also try to kill this like tank as well. Also try to be very defensive, and for this, 54 also doing a very good job to let his super heavy tank some damage, so his teammate can really do a damage to kill some of the Killah archery. So you can see how you use your super heavy to trade enemy. Instead of using your archeries directly to trade with your enemy, then your defensive might be going very low. So you can see super heavy definitely is used to be trade anything to draw enemy away. Like this 54 really do a very good defense. He puts archeries on the outside and also do some damage. You can see he's trying to use his super heavy efficiently and also use archery to do a defensive as well. So now you can see it's very hard for Killah to kill this 54. If Demon somehow is still here, definitely it's even harder for Killah to do the things. But now Demon's coming back based on the best timing. At least try to kill one of the archeries of Killah. But this is not the best position. He should really move a little bit down. That's good. He moving. Then 54, the base is strong enough. As long they can kill Washi first, so it's become 3-on-1. So now Killah try to use his bomber. That is the first time ever on the match that we see someone use their bomber. And if he continue to use this bomber, definitely Demon have to do something about it. It's not to let the Killah bomber to kill his base freely, because he doesn't have a strong defense. So he should really find some fighter now to put it out to let it kill, or he can activate this bunker and use this Raven bunker to kill the bomber. And this 68 saw the need of Demon needed defense, so he maybe try to assist. No, he tried to move a little bit further. So now Demon try to put some fighter, and 54 as well. It's very good, but Killah also put his fighter out, so that it's become an air frost fight plus ground frost. So this is very good and very interesting to find out that air frost is also one of the strategy that we can use. And 68 and 54, two of them also doing a very good job to try to surround this Killah and Demons, and all of them will try to coordinate another swarm attack. Now you can see, so that Killah also try to do his defense, but I don't think this is the best defense. But somehow it's worked at somehow. But if the Team Demon continue do this, he can bring down another 20% of Killah base, hopefully. But you can see Washi doing a very quick support, but Killah base is getting down another 20% already. So that Washi and these demons are very far apart. Otherwise, basically thought the Killah can kill this demon and force him out and become a 2-on-2 situation, but it's not happening. And Washi is really doing his best to support Killah once it's needed. And you can see Killah is also killing this 68. But 68 is not using his full force. At least his base is also doing some auto attack. You can see that is very fun to see. And Killah continuously using his Liberty bomber try to kill those low HP. And even though he super heavy is already there, he know he should really frost demon out of the battlefield to make a 2-on-2 situations. And he base activated, so that very hard to help. But now this 54 CH, you also know that out of the range is behind the base that he can continue to help. Demon, he really need to relocate his base instead of let this Super Heavy kill his base. But I don't think that is very important now, because Super Heavy can't kill the base with our archeries. So that definitely two of them can kill the Killah Super Heavy without problem. But now Killah have another plan that he used his archery to kill for this, 54 again CH, so that demon space getting very low now. I think if they do not have an answer to kill the bomber now, there will be a very big problems, I will say. Yep, that's the situations now. But Bushi is still continuously doing a very good job. He draw all the enemy, try to kill his super heavy, so that they have no time to kill the empty base of Killah if he move out. But everyone's very focused on the point of this demon. But the bomber really did a lot of damage to kill this demon now, so that we are seeing how low level about 1.4 million bomber can start to kill a very low HP base. That is how we should use the bomber. That the bomber somehow have very have impact. So I should really try to trim back my fighter and bomber just in case we need some of the anti-air, so that somehow Killah is still having all his air frost in the air. I don't think they have enough air frost to kill the Killah. That's why I say that they should really activate this bunker to let the bunker to kill his air frost. But maybe that is not allowed, or nobody knows that. But if demon do not want to move his base now, because Liberty bomber is only attack the area set. If you move your base away from bomber, you can save your base. Basically, that you can move your base away and continuously let your base to move, and instead of let the enemy bomber to kill your base, like you're standing there and let them free kill you. So that is not a very good things that you should stand there, because you knowing that Liberty bomber is only attack the area instead of try to chase your base away. Alright, so since the fighter planes fight is not very actions now, I can read some of the comment of my YouTube as well. So now finally Demon get the idea, so that he understand he can move his base, and instead of let the Killah do the free bomber kill, as long as he have troops staying to do the contributions, his base can definitely try to continue to relocate. And you can see how they try to kill this which is super heavy, but Killah definitely try to do the support as well. So you can see Wushi can do a decoy just to ask the enemy to aim him, but Killah is the main focus point to kill anyone. But this is very interesting war to see how Killah can 1 versus 3, and he successfully take down one of the enemy team. But Wushi is also doing very best support that always try to do his support. You can see Killah try to do the siege. Wushi also used his archeries to try to do the siege as well, and he's not getting back. He get the attack, but that's fine. But 3 of the demon team also doing very best job to bring down about 60% of Killah base, the top 3 in Server-2. But you can see the bomber continuously again to do the things, and demons just no answer about how to defend this one. His base going to down, but they really do a swarm again to kill GodxKillah base now. So this is very interesting to watch. And also this 68 base somehow activated, and he also do a lot of defending now. So Killah base going to go down very quickly if they doesn't do anything now. Killah try to get back his troops to become a defensive mode, and Wushi doing all in to help Killah just to make sure that his base doesn't get sieged down. But demon and some of the demon team's troops is still standing, but now they're going to siege down, and demon base going to siege down very soon. And Killah's base also going to down very soon. I think about another next 5 minutes his base will going down. They just need another one more time of siege and one more time of the swarm. But Wushi is still brand new base, and he's doing the best of the support now to make sure no anything can stand out here to kill Killah base. And Killah really doing a very not letting you breathe or relax at all. He continuously pressure you, even though he doesn't have a full squad, doesn't have a full team. He still continue to pressure the best enemy in the demon team, the 60 million power. But this guy is also doing a very good job to support, even though he's not very strong. But you can see he's doing a support is very important, and all those fighter is also try to help up Demon. So Killah finally aware that his base is very low, so he tried to back off a little bit more. And 68 also find this opportunity, so that he also tried to support, but Wechat also tried to support, but Wechat got his automatic attack. Killah also move a base a little bit further, just to do a B2B to kill this 54 guy. If this 68 guy and Demon now can do a 2-to-1 to kill Wechat, now is the best time. And this 54 guy, CH, he can do a 1-to-1 to Killah. What he can do now is try to defend, not to attack, just to draw this Killah away from Wechat, so that Demon and this 68 can kill Wechat now, so that without Wechat, definitely they can do a one swarm to take out Killah, and then two of them will be down one time, and they have another lilith to come back. So this is what I can say is the best opportunity. So Demon do a very good job. He's not going to relocate now because he have a squad now. So they really do another one more last swarm. But Wechat now doing a little bit mistake because he's doing too quick to go in. But this is also good to give Killah more time to recruit back his troops. And this is how you should do your support, so that you buy a little bit more time. Your Killah can buy back his troops, and so that the enemy can't do the swarm now. Because any time that is in the world is needed for Killah to get back his squad. So Wechat go all in out now. If this 68 now do a kill to his base, now it's very good to kill Wechat, but he do a very correct things to kill Wechat troops instead of kill his base. So now Killah base really going down is very low, about another 10%. And this 68 guy continue to do his thing, and Demon's already out of the battlefield. Now it's 2-on-2. Alright, so this for the CH is try to do a defensive all out all in. That is not the very effective way that I told everyone should do a 1-to-1 out in. That's why how you should do. But now the very important things is that each of the team should really have their full squad. Killah is not getting his full squad, so he's very weak now. And you can see a more mistake that from Killah's getting. So the more mistake Killah get, the more delay he will get his full squad. But this 68 guy, he having his full squad, and then Demons also at somewhere also making his full squad. And then this for the 54 CH, he also try to make his full squad, but he doesn't have that. So Killah know that he need to pressure even more, otherwise his stay defensive will get sieged down by the enemy. That's why he try to do the siege now and let his super heavy to get all the burden. And Wechat try to stay behind Killah base. It's just to make sure that Wechat get his support in time and do his best thing that he can do as a support. And but he also doesn't put all his troop out, so that his base is not a free kill target. So that is very smart as well. I think they really practice a lot of how they should fight, and not to give up their base to let the enemy kill BQ. But I think Killah 100% having this twice mistake to let his archeries go out and let the enemy kill. He should put on the behind on his base just to kill this super heavy, so you'll be out of range. And that's the only things that he can do for now. But definitely he need to get back his full squad, not to pressure too many. But he really do a lot of pressure now, and he really not letting the enemy to have the brief. So the enemy really getting a very down, and this Killah is like a monster killing your base, like can draw your base like 5%, 10%, 5%, 10% like that. And Wechat really doing a lot of support to delay the enemy, so the enemy can't do the swarm now. You can see that is very good to see that. So Wechat is getting down, but the best thing is that this Wechat support is really give a lot of extra time and delay the enemy, not to let the enemy having their best swarm team to take down the Killah. That's the best support you should always should be if you are not strong enough. But you can see how the impact, even though it's just a 30 million power, and somehow it become a 40 million power now. So that you should really do something that you are not very strong, but your support is really make something different instead of you thinking that you are not strong. But the things then the main key is that you're willing to let your troops sacrifice to trade some of your teammate HP and your teammate archery's HP as well. But Killah is really doing a very good job to keep on pressure the enemy so that both of them is doing the best job and delay the enemy instead of let the enemy become offensive. You are doing an offensive and the best offensive become your best defensive so that the enemy can't do the swarm and your base getting some of the recovery, even though it's not much in the real war. But you know, you are delay your enemy that they can't do the swarm, but you also continuously pressure the enemy base about 2%, 3%, 5%. So if this situation continuously, I will say Killah will win this match because this is what is supposed to be. Because if you never do a single damage to the enemy base, the enemy will stand there forever, you know. That is one of the problem because you are not going to kill their 9,000 or 8,000 reserve just within a 30 minutes war. That's one of the problem. And Virtue continuously let the enemy kill his super heavy so that enemy doesn't have a lot of time to consider how to siege Killah base. And this Virtue also having 3 troops or 4 troops inside his base, so his base is definitely not free to kill. That is how they're playing very defensive, but Killah also playing very offensive as well. So even though Killah's archery is down, he also doesn't really care. And Virtue now start to do his best defense and support to make sure the enemy doesn't have the best support to support this CH. And somehow Killah really bring down a full HP demon member, and then now he is really bringing another demon member, but he base now down to another 5%. So if they can do one swamp now, even though they die all their troops, they really can bring down Killah now. They should really do that and take it to force Killah out of the battlefield, I would say. Then this is the best opportunity for them to recover some of the HP because Killah can jump in anytime because now Killah have the full squad. That's why this counting down, this 68 should really do an all-in to kill Killah base, and this 40, CH should really do a defensive, not to let him base is going down now. That is not the things that we want to see, and really like a little bit like a 0% that is very impressive from the war. I'm sorry for the views that I just seeing this demon somehow getting back, so that okay, CH getting down, that is not the things that we want to see, and get the instantly relocate is not the point that we want. This CH should really use all his squad to bring down Killah as well. But now Demon is doing a very good job. He want to bring down Virtue. I think this 68 should really do a support now, do a swarm instead of looking at Demons and not doing anything at all. But Demon's base also going down. If he going down this time, then he's totally out of this match. So that Virtue is really doing a very big job now, and Killah is really trying to do his best support now because Killah is very low as well. So now Killah is getting his base out. If that just now the CH can jump in now to kill a Killah, he's really doing a very bad job to force Killah out of this match, and 3 of them can kill Virtue. But no, Killah's really set up his base now, so I think CH really not getting his opportunity. But Demon somehow is still standing, not dying at all, and Virtue getting sieged down. So that Demons and this 60 is doing very fantastic job, and they also doing a liberty to kill. But Killah is trying to pressure this 68 now, so that the 68 cannot do a very good job. But CH try to jump back in, but a little bit too far away that can't kill the Killah now. So he should really jump very near just to all in to kill Killah base. But no, that is not the case now. Virtue is really doing his best to defend, but somehow Demon really win a one-on-one to kill Virtue. If Killah is not going to do anything at all, the Demons were going to kill Virtue at all, and Killah really try to bring down this 68, but it's not going to happen anytime now. But Demons and Virtue, 2 of them is not getting that things done. I think Virtue really need to do an all-in to bring down Demons, even though he down one time, but he bring out Demons totally out of the match. That is very important. But Killah is very low. They should really do one last push. Yes, even though your archeries die, you should really do that one push now, because you have to bring down Killah. Yep, his drawing back is not the answer. He should really do that, just all in, make sure that it's die, otherwise your archeries die is no point. So Killah know the game. He still have his full troops is here. He do an all in. He should now really bring the all in to kill these demons, so that it's totally become a 2-on-2 situations. Otherwise, it just kill this 68 might not be the answer now. because two of them can do things. So now he do a relocate to make sure they save his squad. But now is the best time they should really kill Wishy now. Otherwise, this Wishy going to buy back his full troops, because you can see only got 2 group is defending on Wishy base. If they do not going to do this now, it's going to miss the best opportunity. Team Demons really have to grab this opportunity, and Demons you really have to do kills Wishy now. Yes, you have to do it now. That's the best time, and of course you have to somehow defend your base. Wishy, what you have to do is trying to kill Demon's base, not to kill his troop, because once his base out, his troops is totally dead 100%. But if you're not going to do that, I don't think Killah can jump anywhere down there. But Killah, this someone else is really jump in, so that is really disturbing, I would say. And he really try to do things that is really break the rules, I would say. It's not very nice to have that. Okay, so really Wishy is really down now. Really have to okay, so at least this guy is not going to break anything now. It's not fair to the game. So luckily for that, and I have little bit time just to collect some of the resources. Okay, so we'll see a very good fight that Team Demon, they really work out their teamwork, and GodxKillah, he really do a best thing that he bring down Demons 2 times and CH 1 time. That's a good things that we have. So we heard another airlift. So GodxKillah's jumping back, so he really killed this CH. What he have to do is like he have to put all his troops on the line, and then this 68 have to really go and support him. He have to really move his base now, otherwise his base going to down. Demons do a very good job. He try to I mean all 3 of them try to do a very good job to defend. So we should also do a very good job to come back to defense and become his support, so that Killah try to use his bomber and use his super heavy. This guy CH he really what need to do is relocate, but he's used all in all out so that he can kill Killah's troops. That is also one of good trade. But if he can kill whole Killah now, definitely he use a relocate is a very good things. Now is the best time they can do a swarm, because which is very far away. If they do a swarm, Killah is getting away now. That's very good things that they should do. CH doing a very good job to draw his truck away and let his full squad to do the team things to attack. And 2 of his teammates really doing a very best support now. So this is about a 3 versus 1, because Wishy is not doing anything at all, you can see. So that Killah is going down. He definitely can save all his troops back to the base, but he doesn't not doing that yet. So it's very unfortunately. I think Killah is really going to frost out again, so he's going to be down 1-1 last airlift. So that is not the things that I want to see. The best top 3 player in Server-2 getting sieged down again on this match by Team Demons. Alright, so they really did it, and Killah really get out. So now they really have to relocate their base and really kill this Wishy now, so that not letting the Killah to do the support. That is really something that they should really try to do. And it's good that Demon is still standing. That's why Killah is not finishing his job. If he try to jump in now to finish off Demons and CH have down to 1 airlift. Demons have no more airlift. But the problem is that this 68, he still have 2 airlift, and also he have brand new 80% base life. So I don't think Killah can kill him and win. But now they really have to kill Wishy, but they also doing a very good job to secure their base first, not to let Killah to snipe their base. This is one of the good things as well. But this 68 guy, he really have to do something to kill this Wishy, not to let him stand there. But the main threat, the main purpose of the winning this match is kill Killah. So as long Killah is not coming back anytime now, they can definitely win this match. So that but we're also having a technician problem. This the wolf somehow get in the match and he got kicked out from XYT. I don't really know what he tried to do, but if he not going to get out of the match, we definitely have to kill him. So that I will really say that Team Demons, they are really close close to the winning door because CH still have one airlift extra. Demon no airlift, but he have a full squad, so he full squad still can do a lot of damage just to trade off Demon to Killah or this Wushi if he try to do the trade-off. And we have a brand new base of this 68 and 2 airlift from him, so that winning is not impossible when they are not very strong. But Killah really down already. So finally, technician problems are really down. Unfortunately, that we have 2 technician problems from the top side and this wolf guy. So 2 of them will really get out. So the match is resumed back to the normal, and Demon definitely try to do the best thing to kill Wushi, and Wushi have 1 more airlift down, and Killah also got 1 more airlift down. So the best thing is this CH should really protect his own base and also protect Demon, and Demon is really down to trade off his base so that he can kill Wushi, and 2 of them going down is definitely no problem because we still have 2 to 1. So Killah finally tried to jump in so he can trade off Demon base, and Wushi base is going to down definitely. So you can see this is 100% trade off, but at least 1 Demon down. Wushi still have 1 more airlift. If he can somehow jump here and kill this CH with Killah, that's the best thing. But now it's doing a very good job. Demon continuously to search off this Wushi. And CH and this 68, they really need to do an all-in to kill Killah base because the troop is not the answer, the base is the answer. Finally, Demons do his best to shoot off Wushi base. Wushi is down to 1 airlift, and then Killah have no more airlift already, and then CH still have 1 more airlift, and then this brand new guy 68 have 2 more airlift. So that is definitely 1 step closer to the win from the team Demons, and I would say congratulations to them. It's very big achievement to finally kill this team God. And Wushi finally, he still have his full squad, and then he's trying to trade off the whole of the Demons, and Killah is really a little bit panics. So finally now he's react and try to help Demons, help his teammate Wushi try to kill these Demons. And we have another hash super heavy there, so they 2 of them, this CH really have to go to behind and let this 68 to face this Killah 1-1 about a B2B fight out. So that okay, so this is very, very interesting to watch that Killah is down to 1, but definitely Wushi maybe is the key if he jump exactly the perfect time when CH and this 68 guy, 2 of them try to attack Killah, and Wushi can jump somewhere here and trade off CH, then that is the best thing he can do. And he can also try to block this 68 guy, and with Killah having some more time to recover, then he can do his best thing as well. But it's not very easy to do. So that this currently is down to 1-2 or 2-1. So we will see how Killah can turn this match away. But I don't think that is definitely a possible way to do. Definitely. So someone is trying to create this ribbon. You can see, start to creating ribbon. I think it's Killah because he know that he can't do the B2B, so he try to create some ribbon. And you can see Team Demon start to clear those ribbons. And Killah's his answer now is try to use his bomber to kill the base. And CH understand that, he try to move away now. But Killah also use his super heavy and archery to do the follow up. And 68 also do his backup now. He should really put his archery now or all out just to kill this super heavy, not to let him kill this his teammate truck. So that Killah's 100% his super heavy is going to down. He should really put archery 1 or 2 outside here just to do a little bit more support. Is better than not doing anything at all. And good that CH should not move very far away, so that which is no way to jump in now because he still have a very defensive there. So that the main point is that here we have 5 players, 1 down, 4 to go. But the best thing is that Team Demon still have 1 guy brand new base standing and 2 airlift unused. So that Team Demons is like a 99.98% to getting the victory now. Somehow CH know that Team the victory is about killing Killah, so maybe he thinking about do an all-in now. But I don't think it's very wise choice. CH really do a backup to the behind and let this 68 guy to do a B2B. So now that Killah having an opportunity to bring down CH, that's why the CH base is down. It's really a big mistake that it should not really move his base to Lex to Killah, let him do the B2B. He really need to let this 68 guy to do the B2B instead, so that he can bring down the Killah base. So now somehow Killah can gain another point from CH and the Team Demons, so that the CH have one more airlift to come back in. But when is the best time to come back in? Because Killah can do the bomber all day, can bring this guy down. He should really do something to I mean, he is the key to win from Team Demon now. If he can't do that, then they'll throw away their 99.98% win rate at this time of point. You know that then Team God, he's still standing very strong. Even though Killah is on the last, he have no more airlift, but he still have his ultimate secret way to win his weapon, which is the best support of Team God. He is maybe the key to win from Team God if he jump exactly the best moment to kill the Team Demons, because it's down to 2-2, and you see Killah is trying to continue to use this bomber, and he used his fighter to draw away the base AA gun, so that his bomber can continuously to do the damage, even though the damage is very low. But you know, his base can't take any more damage, but the bomber, you can continuously purchase them, train them, and trade it off, so that you can make back your full squad. You can see he's trying to fully utilize his Air Force and whatever he have. Finally, this 68 guy, he understands he have to move his base. He's not going to stand there and let you siege him all the time. And his setup is only about super heavy. He doesn't have super heavy. He only have a heavy and a mediums, so that he can't do a B2B. But actually, he can use to all in just to trade off Killah. Once Killah is out, definitely Vichy can't do a lot of things but he still continue to have a worry about and some concern about he can't kill Killah. That's something problem, because CH he still have one more airlift. If he somehow this 68 guy, he try to go there, do a full in just to kill off, I think Demon play a little bit dirty, because he tried to use his fighter come to support his team. That is definitely not the things that should against the law. Let me put a tag here. So I just put a tag there. So I think this is a technician problems, that the rules, because you are out totally, you can't use any of your troops just to help your teammates. That is unfair, I would say, because you have 3 versus 2. Alright, so definitely something not right. So, but I used a little bit time to take the resources. I think I already heard some of the message that someone's already claimed that it's unfair or something raised up. But I already say that it's 99.98% win rate from this Team Demons. Why they want to throw that away to risk disqualified with those additional fighter helping? That is not a wise choice, I would say. It's very hard to understand why they want to do that, because they still have CH, he can still jump in, And this 68 guy, he really need to go next to Killah, just do 1 and 2 swarm all in. He can trade off Killah base. Why he want to go too far away and let Killah continue to use the Liberty bomber? That is not the answer now exactly that he should do. So I'm not sure what is happening, but Killah is trying to finding out what is the situation. But you can see this 68 guy, he finally find out that he can do the things. Maybe he try to do the things right at the moment now. If CH and Worship, both of them jump exactly at the correct, perfect timing, so that the match will be final. That's the things that they should really concern. So 68, he should really move his troops now. So GodxKillah, he know that he can't let the enemy next to his base try to put a pressure now to let the enemy stop there, put a line. But he also do a all in, because he not worried. That's the best moment, maybe not. But now this 68 guy really have to do an all-in because the teammates already jump in. If you're not doing the all-in now, then your teammates are dying for nothing. So two of them really have to do an all-in swamp now. Just do an all-in. Do not save anything inside your base now. So you really have to bring a team killer, and then Wishy have to really jump in now. No, that is the match already because team got the best killer is really base down. That's why I say the CH is the ultimate secret team. When he jumped at exactly the same the best time, then he finally bring down this team god. So I have to put the 60-minute chart, somehow make it 5 minutes, so I have to make it 1 minute. So 60 seconds, then team god going to be defeated has claimed. So team god, I mean Killa, he really should really kill this CH. Once the CH down, CH totally down, then it's become Worshi versus this 68 guy. But I don't think there's anything more than Worshi can do. But the miracle might happen sometime. But they definitely have to kill this CH now. But I don't see Worshi anywhere. Because I remember he only down about 2 times, so he only used 1 airlift. But I don't think Worshi is getting back to the match. So Killa really know that he should kill the base instead of killing troops. So 68 is really doing his thing. The climb is clocking. So I think there is no more time. 1 minute is done. So that I will say alright, so the 60-second apply is more than 60 seconds already. There is no any team god stay in this particular area, so that team demons win this match and advance to the next chap. So I think this is a very best match, and Killa also show us a lot of a technique, and Worshi also does show us how to be a best supports, even though this 2-3 fighting. And CH, I think he will be gain about the MVP of the team demons because he really did the best thing to bring down Killa. But demons also do a very good job to bring down Worshi 2 times, so that he also do a very good job. But somehow almost ruined his qualifications because he tried to use the fighter to come in. That is not allowed because you are totally out. You should not do anything at all. And this 68 guy, I'm not sure is it the best teammate that you want to in your team because he's not doing things correctly. But anyway, without him, Team Demon won't win. So that each and every one of your team is really doing their best to do the contributions, and they really bring it up. That's why your team win. That is the point. So that next time you have this kind of history and some of the gameplay, you can share with your teammates and ask them what you can do, where you can really improve, so that your team fight will be better on the next match. Because this is just the first match, and we still have top 8, semi-final, and the final match, and of course the 3rd and the 4th place match as well. So congratulations to Team Demons. They really did it, and they really win the Team God, and Team God is really down, and they really use 2 of their airlift. But Worshi, somehow I still think he still have 1 more airlift, but I don't know why he did use that. But anyway, this is a very good match. We are going to wait for the next match, and I need a 5-minute break. And also I check some of the YouTube channel comment, that I will get back to you guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So since we are having this team alpha and end boss, they are going to set up now. Then I try to read up some of the comments in my YouTube chats, so I can answer some of the questions. But I don't think there's any serious question on my comments. So if you really have a question, you can ask. So I also try to continue the tournaments when they start. So this is the best thing that for this custom tournaments. So we have next team coming in. The team alpha versus team N boss. So the top side we have Team Alpha. Currently they only have one member, Henry, and Team N Boss they have 3 members, and 3 of them I think currently only got 2. First one is Killer. The second one is Kuroka. So 2 of them already on the site. So let me check their name to make sure 2 of their team is correct contestant on the field. So Team N Boss have another member, Yoda. I think he's coming. And then Team Alpha have another 2 member. One is Soleng, the other one is Zizo. So 2 of them also not getting here yet. So we have to wait a little bit more just to let them get to the battlefield. So at the same time, I try to collect some of the alliance things. Unfortunately, me and my teammate, Dr. Y, we are supposed to have our war, but somehow our match got postponed. Not very good that we have to wait all the time. But hopefully it's not very late because no one wants to stay so late. Yeah, something like that. So let's check about. Yeah, so Killah is really doing a lot of contributions. He tried to update the match. Alright, so I think Team Med and Team Chat Matt already win automatically due to the other team did not show up. So Team Supreme and Team Slayer alright, so I think we get the auto win because the Team Slayer has dropped out due to urgency. So unfortunately I got the win, even I don't even aware, but yeah, that's the things. Alright, so today match, first match, Team USSR win, and the second match is the XYT win, and then the third match is automatically win due to the other team didn't show up, the Team Supreme, and then the fourth one is the just now that match, Team the Demons win, yeah, because of their very good best teamwork, I would say. So the fifth match is this match, Team Alpha versus Team Boss, and we have another sixth match, Team Matt versus Team Chad. So somehow they get back to the match. So that let's wait for the good match to start, because not sure how that. Okay, so one team already here fully, the end boss. So we have Killer, Kuraka, and then Master Yoda. So the other team, we are only having one member, Henry. So we have to wait for the other two members to come out. So let me check about, yeah, alright. So at some point, my team is already announced win, so that I do not need to stay here. Let me get back to our what do you call that, territory. Then I need to send this message to my teammate just to let him know. Alright, I just do a very quick to update my teammates because he's still waiting and thinking about we might be the next match. So I just inform him that we won that by automatically, so that he do not need to wait for it. So we are waiting this Team Alpha to be there and then to start the match, and I will just land my base anytime when the match starts, just because of this particular icon not to in my screen, just to block the view. But now since we have time, so I let my base to walk a little bit more. So we have a new things. Let's look at what that is. That So I think the next team that start to preparing to get to the what do you call it, for the up of the match, so that they can have a little bit warm up and $50 million player. If I'm 50 million, maybe I can help them, but I think not. So that's fine. I think they having a technician problems. That's why they're asking for replacement of 150 million player. So this is how we have a lot of technician problem, because this is a custom event. Nothing is perfect, but you know, the fun is that what we need. That's why you know, we need the fun, and yeah, we try to do what we can do. If they allow me to help, maybe I can do that. So I can show. So let's say let me ask them, can I do that? If I can, then I can just pop in and do a little bit actions instead of no match today. Unfortunately, that I don't know why, because I really no, I already did my setup. I already prepare for this on, I mean, head ups fight, but unfortunately our opponent's team is not showing up. Yeah, because I'm definitely overpowered. Two of them is about 100 million power already. If I join, then going to be 180 million, something like that. But I would say I will definitely do a better job than GodxKillah, hopefully. But not sure until we get into real actions, because sometimes we are very easy to watch those fight and recommend someone's pro and con, but when you try to do the things, then you realize a lot of things that it's not really what we say and we always can do, and not something that you want to do, then you're able to make it. Because once you are in the actions, you will find sometimes the game doesn't allow you because of the lagging, of the crash, of some kind of bug, any unexpected things might come out that stop you from doing your best of yourself. So I'm not sure what to do, because we have one contestant less. Otherwise, we have any others member want to join. So at somehow we add technician problem again.
told me this would be rock and roll. Is the world after the war gonna be so exciting?
Right, so finally we have a last contestant join the team. I think we are back to the match and perfect timing for us to continue another match, I'll say. But the tag asked this guy to remove the air frost. I think they somehow exceeded the 150 millions power. Yeah, that's the things that happening. That's why they asked them to remove. So yeah, so that's one of the rules. Okay, so I think they are doing some setup because the replacement contestant just joined the team. So let's do a little bit introductions and introduce the team. So we have Team Alpha, the first contestant, GK9, 55.1 million power, and he have a skin. And second contestant from Team Alpha, Chadgrevera, 54.1 million power, and then we have Henry. He have 47.9 million power. So this is a Team Alpha, and one contestant replaced by this GK9. And then we have a Team End Boss. So this End Boss team, I think that name they come up by their own maybe. So we have Team End Boss Killer, and then Team End Boss Noodle Master Yoda, and then Team End Boss Kuroka Race. So this is gonna be a 3 versus 3, and then that is definitely another strategy that you should use, because what we try to watch the previous one is about 2 to 3, and another match also 2 to 3, and then this one is 3 to 3 versus. That means the strategy and the placement and all the things that are happening is going to be something else. And you can see Master Yoda, he really start to make army camp, army groups, so that this army group, what is the very needed things is because you have army groups, you have additional buff from the army groups research currently update on the 3.2. That's the things that we are not seeing on the match yet. Like the previous match we saw about no air frost, so the second match we somehow see the air frost in the match, and this third match somehow we're seeing this army group as well. So I think more and more the team, they are aware and notifies that they can use another more and more benefit plans or the fighter strategy that to win the war, and every little bit extra buff is also helpful to make them win. So that finally they are aware they can use this to make it join. So now the match is going to be start, and the team going to be one side is XYT1, the other one is XYT2. So once they join the team and done, then they will be set starting time to start the war, and both teams are going to have their placement and everything done by now instead of wait for them to start. So that they should really do the things now and make sure everything's working well. Okay, I try to check some of the comment and let those teams do their setup now. So we are still having this setup, and you can see those two teams try to do the placement. I think team and boss, they really find out how they should do the setup. The Master Yoda 62.2 million stand on the front side, Killer 48.3 stand on the left bottoms, and Kuroka 38.6 million stand on the right side bottom side. So Master Yoda is the main power, try to do the things, and this GK9, he try to move now, is not the things, but maybe he's just a little bit further, not crossing the line. I think still okay for that because it's still very far away. So let's wait for the attack to change to become the starting time, then we will have our match to start.
I don't like to talk crap. As I said, shells don't have eyes.
Okay, I think the setup and settings still going on, not anytime now. As long we need to make sure everything is in order and fair, so they try to work it out. Those power is within 150 million power, so not going to exceed that. And to be fair to the other team, that not going to exceed that as well. But I'm not going to calculate that. So now the time we have is another 4 minutes to be start the match, and this is the match of Team Alpha versus Team and Boss. So Team and Boss definitely need this Doodle Master Yoda to be trying to play outstanding, and Team Alpha definitely this three of them basically is very even. But GK9 and this I will call him Ra, maybe. So Ra and GK9, two of them really have to do 2-1 to kill Yoda, and this end boss team, he really need those two Kuroka and then Killer, two of them to do very good supports. But you can see Killer is ready to set up the army groups. So this army groups definitely is 100% to do the setup. And then Kuroka, I think he's also doing some of the siege assist or something like that. So the match going to start in 3 minutes. Alright, so the match have another 2 minutes going to be start. Henry start to move his troop out. Maybe try to move some of the positions. I'm sorry, I'm not really sure about that name. Think I'm fail on those historical class. That's why I'm not really sure who is who and the name that everyone try to use. But I just try to play the game that everyone join the alliance, and we come up with some of the name that we try to use. But we have our match going to start in 1 minute, so the match is going to start very soon. Okay, so we have our match start now. So Henry start to move out just to draw some attentions, and Yoda also try to do his defense. Alright, so Killah really start to use his group just to make sure that he have a supporting. So now the tech is gone. We have a better view now. And then GK9, I think two sides of them also try to be very concerned what should do, what not should do. And then Yoda having a very good farmer, I would say, 2.5 billions. Definitely better than mine farmer. So I don't see any side try to do a very aggressive thing, but Yoda, I think he tried to do the B2B. So definitely Team Alpha is the side that trying to do a defensive, and Team M Boss, they try to do the offensive side this time. So that you can see this GK9 is doing very good job now. Definitely Yoda having a lot of problems if you're not going to set up his base anytime now, but somehow he set up his base, so it's going to be fine for now. And then this Ra and then GK9, they can't do anything a lot because Yoda base is really activated. And then you can see this Ra, his troops start to die, and Kuraka and then Killah also try to do his best to support, but a little bit too far away. And then you can see Yoda even use his bomber to kill those troops, and then GK9 try to help, but his troops definitely die based on they activated his base. Not necessarily that is good, but you can see Killah try to use the army group try to force Henry away, so Henry can't help in time. And then Yoda also use his super heavy to chase the Henry away, so that the bomber can do his job, but no one can really touch Yoda base now, and no one base is really getting a kill. But a lot of other trade off, and then Yoda can start to do some siege because GK9 is very weak now. You can see only one troops inside. That one definitely is super heavy, so the defense is very weak. Henry is a little bit too far away, so can't support in time. You can see walk a little bit too far, even though Yoda doing best job to kill off those enemy that come to nearby. And then Yoda base is definitely empty now. GK9 is in a very deep trouble. So Henry trying to help, but once his troop even though try to reach and all his troop is really dying, so Henry really doing something very weak, I would say. Ra is trying to help, but he doesn't have troops now, so he can't help anything at all. Yoda doing a very fantastic job to defend and try to kill off all those enemy troops, and also continuously tank for this siege. And then Killah and Kuroka also doing a best job to continue to kill this GK9. GK9 definitely now he can relocate his base and hopefully his teammate can do something. But Henry try to do the relocate now instead of GK9, so that Henry is not going to build any troops now and not going to be helpful. And Ra also just looking at his teammate going to siege now, he can't do anything at all. So this is very worst thing. Even though he have another 2 group of troops inside his base, not going to do anything at all. And his teammate GK9 is definitely going down now. And yeah, he can't do anything. So Team Alpha really need to work it out about the teamworks. And then Team Endboss doing a fantastic job and then killing this GK9. So now when the base is going to down, basically just kill the troop instead of kill the base, because the troop is a main object, and Yoda really did that to kill the troops instead of the base. And then Ra tried to help. Okay, luckily that Yoda not even having any support from Killah and others. You can see they are really back off, not sure why, but Yoda doing a 1-on-2 now situations. So definitely they are doing the 1-on-2, and Yoda doing very fantastic job to kill this Henry's archeries as well, and also kill Ra troops. And GK9 Super Heavy still standing here, but Super Heavy, GK9's base have nothing to defend. Henry have no build anything at the base supporting. Ra base somehow activated and try to defend for his teammate. Killah only got 1 Super Heavy, try to finish off GK9 base, and I don't know why his troop is very far away. Now the troops try to come back now, and then Henry try to do a supporting to help GK9, and Killah Super Heavy is going to back off and going in back because Yoda is here already. And now 1 siege I think can bring down the base. No, 1 is not enough. Yep, finally they have enough base. So GK9 go down 1 time and instantly relocate. Henry is super low, and Ra is having 2 to 3 squad is going to be very low. So if they're doing a swamp now, they definitely can't do anything because they have nothing to defense. So within a 5 minutes, we have 1 guy down. So that is very quick and very good job done by Team Endboss. And Team Alpha, they definitely need to work a little bit harder to know how they should defend their teammate, because this lineup setup is not very best. I think Yoda setup might be better because can nearby, but this Kuroka really need to move his base to cover it up. But he's the weakest is the team now. It's only 38.6 million. So Killah try to move first, and Yoda try to stay here just to make sure there's defense line. If anyone try to move out, not to have 2 members try to moving, and then 2 of them try to steal the base to deploy and blocking each other. So this is one of the synergy that you should always aware. Not going to have all the teammate move at the same time. One should have a base defending. So if enemy try to attack you, your teammate can do a lot of things that try to protect you. So Killah try to move past by this Ra and try to kill the Henry on the behind. And Kuroka and Yoda try to work out a 2-on-1 Ra about that. I think GK9 is very low on his base. If jump in, can't do anything at all because 3 of the Team End's boss is still on about 100% base HP. There is no snipe or no surprise attack that GK9 can just airlift, come back and try to snipe anything. But maybe GK9 can try to jump in now and try to block this Yoda, and then so they can kill off if this is the best opportunity. But no, they can't do that because Henry is a little bit too far away. Now it's become a 3-to-1 situations, and Ra is really having a very huge pressure that Henry can't do anything at all. And then Killah continuously put a pressure to Henry. So Ra is definitely out of his own now. GK9 is not getting back his elif now. Then this team Alpha going to have a very problems situations now. They should really fix it now. No, not really. So Yoda see the situation. He tried to do a siege with Kuroka, but he really retrieved that. And then Killah also tried to do the siege, and he's also tried to retrieve that. And then Ra tried to assist Henry. Yep. So Yoda also see the situation. He also tried to help, and then he even use the armor to kill this Ra archery. Killah tried to draw away from Ra, so now they can do situations to kill this Ra base. You can see, but they're not even touching his base. Try to kill his troop first. So Yoda really know how to win the war and win the fight just to kill the enemy troops. So the enemy troops dying, then that means their base is very weak defense. That's the things that they have to be very aware. And then Henry somehow did some defense, and so that Team Endboss they try to retreat a little bit more. Ra try to use the Super Heavy, try to do a little bit more damage to Yoda's Super Heavy that no really effect and all. But he also try to use the archery chase back the Ra Super Heavy. But the army group is standing there idle, is not doing anything at all. Yoda try to consider whether he want to attack or not. But Kuroka really need to do a little bit more, just not to standing there, because if he continue to firstly to pressure, going to be best. But maybe they are waiting for Yoda lead, so that everything's going to be work fine. But GK9 is not going to jump in back anytime, so the situation now is going to be 3-1. Sorry, 3-2 for now. But definitely Yoda can move his base a little bit up one more grade, and then Killer can also move another side one more grade, so that you can see Yoda finally decide to do the siege. And then yeah, he continued to do the siege. They are having a very good strategy that when they siege one target, 3 of them should also try to aim one target instead of doing a spread attack. So now you can see Killer and then Kuroka also doing the aim focus to one target, and then Killer also try to stop this Henry try to kick in. That's why Henry also having all his troops inside his base, not going to move out too far away. But Ra is really having a very problems situation. If GK9 not going to jump in to help anytime, I think Team Alpha going to lose at any time. GK9 finally jump in, but he's really a little bit too far away that I'm not going to help any situation by now, and his base is super low, that Ra is going to be very low defense, and Henry also very blocked by these killers, can't go in to help Ra. Ra is really down to 2-1. But this GK9 somehow also pressure this Kuroka, and Kuroka is really doing some defense. At least he using archeries 1-1 out in to kill those GK9 archeries, and then his base also continuously to doing the defense. And then Killer and then Yoda also try to pressure Ra, so Ra also very hard to continuously to help anything at all. Yoda's super heavy going down already, so he can't continue the siege. But you can see GK9 can't kill Kuroka in time, and Kuroka successfully defended, and 3 of them, I mean, and boss team also continuously having the base HP more than 80%. That is considered the win is about more than 70 to 80% win from King and boss. So this Henry really need to do a little bit more instead of standing too far away, and Killer really doing a very best job that blocking Henry to try to back up and do his job. And GK9 is a little bit too far away that are not doing anything very effective, but this Ra is going to be down anytime once the Yoda having his super heavy coming back to the game, so that everything's have to be very concerned. So that Killer is trying to set up something now, you can see, so that he know what he should do. He try to do now is that move his base toward downstairs. No, he try to move further next to Ra maybe, so that they can do 3-1, and then 2 of the Team Alpha have to be a support. Yes, that's the Killer try to do. So yeah, so that Team Yoda is continuously waiting for his super heavy. So now he think might be that is basically a mistake, I think, because you should not continuously activate the enemy base. Now your teammate also get some of the damage. If you are not going to siege, you're not going to do that, just to continuously get your enemy base activated. Henry try to help and move out all his troops there, and then he aware that Killer is a little bit too near to his base. He try to do a defensive again. That's why he are not aware that whether he want to defend or he want to attack or he want to support or he want to what he want to do. Basically, he can just put 1 or 2 archeries here, so that he can support his team and put his super heavy somewhere here. So if Killer come to block him, his archeries can kill the super heavy and also support his teammate. And then this super heavy of this Henry can do the job and blocking this Killer try to advance further. And then this Ra, basically he can't do anything now. He should really focus to kill the enemy archeries that he can try to do the siege. GK9 really have nothing much to do at this point because his base is very low, so he should really try to kill the enemy archeries. Then he can do the counter siege now. But 3 of the Alpha team now is basically very far away now. But you can see Henry also try to do a siege alone, but that is not the answer, because once you do a siege alone, all of the team ends boss can do the backup to helping this Team Killer. You can see Team Killer is try to do. Okay, so Ra also try to help up Henry, and then GK9 also try to move his troop to try to kill the Killer, but the Killer is just too far away from GK9, and then you can see GK9 his troops also try to die, and then he redraw all of his troops try to defend this Kuroka, And then Groka also try to draw this raw medium tank that dying there. So that I'm not sure who's this that, but this die, the medium tank, maybe it's from the team end boss. But definitely Killah is not going down about 80% at all. But Team Henry, he have no troop at all in defending his troops. Ra is not going to help him at any time. But Yoda can really try to do a siege to kill Ra, but instead he try to do that, he aware the opportunity to kill this Henry is very important. So he try to move his troops, try to kill those enemy on the field, but his artillery got killed instead. But Killah also tried to siege this Henry base, but not very successfully. Somehow it's worked at some point and not working all the time. But you can see he just trade out about 5% or even lower than 5% whatever from this Henry base. But at least he tried to trade off with his super heavy, and so that the other two alpha team can't do anything to the other and boss team. So that Groka aware that it's a situation, so he tried to pressure this GK9. That is very good synergy. So GK9 very low that he have to defend, and he also try to support, but he can't do that a lot. But somehow he make his archery to kill the heavy, and also try to kill the Groka archery as well. So now he tried to redraw and try to do some more defending. But Ra really need to do a little bit more just to win this war, because they are already down one member. If Ra going down, they will be going down two member that have no HP on their base. And the team end boss, they still have more than 80% of the HP. So Killah aware that they have to continuously to put some pressure. So Killah try to put some pressure, but actually it's not effective at all. Ra trying to use his archeries, but Yoda also do a very good counter attack. He used his super heavy to make sure the archeries can't put outside, and he used archery again to counter attack the Ra ones. So both of them also doing exactly the same thing. And then Killah also move his archeries. I think move his what do you call it? Army groups to away. So make sure to wait for the correct moments to do the support. So Henry try to do another swamp again, and this time he really do a good job during this swamp, and also try to ask the other two teams to do exactly the same at the same time. But also trying to do his best to defend, and then Groka really need to do something now to kill this GK9 so he can snipe him one more time. But you can see they really do a lot of damage to this Killah base, but it's not really enough until they kill these two other trees from Yoda. But they're not really focusing that. That's why how all their Henry's troops dying, and this Ra troops also dying, that not really trade very well off for this trade. So now GK9 have all the things outside. This Groka really have to kill his base. That maybe one or two should his base should kill him, but he's not getting that yet. So that somehow Ra also aware and try to do some assist and do the defense. So Killah seeing this Henry already do the swamp that failed. Now he do a counter attack with this Yoda and others teammate to do the army groups already here. So that Henry going down very soon. So that Team Alpha, they're having 3 members that very low HP, and Team End Boss, they still have more than 80% of their base HP. That is considered they having more than 80 to 85% of the victory of this match. That's very good strategy and good planning that Yoda and Team End Boss they try to come up with and try to do, even though they having a lot of sacrificing. But you can see they really continuously to do the swamp and continuously to use the army group to gain the additional buff. And also this Groka also try to continuously to make sure this GK9 is very distract him, so that he can't do a full out to help. You can see now he's trying to retreat, but one more guy down, Henry, and then GK9. So that Team Alpha, they have 2 teammates down. Yep. So that now Killah try to move his base again. So definitely Yoda try to do a siege that in even wait for the teammate Killah to in patience. I think he's a little bit too quick. Should have a little bit more patience. and Kuraka not going to help anything at all. I think this a little bit miscommunication, but Yoda, even though it's miscommunications, but he still finished off the job, yeah, at some point. So that, yeah, you can see, even though Yoda is just alone, he still finished the job, but Ra definitely going down. So the Henry getting back is a little bit too late, but now he used his army group to get some of the kill, and Yoda and this Kuraka also try to do his best to kill this GK9 a second time, but top side we also seeing this Killer try to use the army group to kill this Henry, that he put his base too top that he can't set up his base at all. GK9 go down a second time, he have one more lilith down, and then you can see Henry maybe going down again because of his troops that, I mean, his base can't set up on the block, but now he somehow set up his base, so they should really do an all-in now to kill this Henry, instead of letting the Ra and the GK9 to come back to the match, so that they're really doing it now, and so that the match is really going close to 95% of Team Endboss winning, because all of their base still more than 80% of their HP. So Henry tried to do his best to defend, but he just doesn't have anything in the base to defend. Everything is on the red. He instantly go down. We have a 60-second count for now. Suddenly we have a herd of Ra coming back, so the 60-second is going to off now, and so that now Yoda and Roka is very next to this Ra, and then another jump in of GK9, the last jump in GK9 have, so that GK9 is on the last. We can't do anything after this now, and Ra try to do something, but Yoda also not sure where he want to set up his base, and then Ra is try to do a siege. No, he's not doing a siege, but this GK9 on some problem now. Now Ra is doing a siege on this Kuraka. He try to take it out, but his base is super low. Yoda should really take his base now and let his teammates do the defense, but no, he's not doing. Killer is really focused on GK9 now. He's not even knowing that they should really take out this Ra now. But okay, so GK9 and Ra also trying to do a tag team to take down Kuraka, but they're not really doing it, and Yoda really taking down on Ra. I think one skill that this base will go down if he's not going to reach. Yeah, so Ra is going down a second time. So he have last airlift, and then another Henry also have one last airlift, and then GK9 is the last one already. So Henry finally jump in now, so that Henry have no more airlift, and then Ra have one last airlift. So that Team Endboss definitely they have a 99.95% win rate, I would say. Yep, so that they are really picking which one to siege. Since this one is next to Yoda, they really siege Henry first, and then Ra also jump in, but you can see all their jump is very random, that can't do anything at all. So Yoda definitely can take off Ra, and even though Ra doesn't have a max squad yet, but you can also try to do something, but he just moved everything out of his base, so his base is definitely dying, but somehow he's retreat, and Ra also not doing anything, just to recruit back all his troops. So that Killer Super Heavies try to touch his GK9 base now, so they can do the siege. So definitely this base going down in any 10 seconds by now, because Killer, I mean, have 4 archeries aiming your base, definitely going down. So 2 of the Alpha team member down. This is Ra. Ra is the last one standing, and he is on the last airlift, I think. So Henry is definitely out, and yep, I think that is against the rules, because Ra also going down, and then Team Endboss win. So I think they just continue to do the siege, but one of the very highlight of this Team Endboss is that 3 of their member is also more than 80% HP on their base, and they're also doing some kind of coordinations and some teamworks that they try to work it out, and I think it's very work it out this time, because you can see they try to kill each of the enemy one by one and not going to multiple target. But even though when the time Yoda on here trying to fight Ra, and then Killah on this side. He's really blocking Henry to do his support, and GKNI on the other side is just too far away to do anything at all. Once he's moved over, the Kuroka also do his best to distract the GKNI as well. So you can see position is really some kind of very important factor to win and lose, because you are just too far, you can't support that, and also you are trying to do the defense side that you're not going to try to attack your enemy. That's why how you lose, because your base is continuously getting some damage and enemy base not getting any damage, and so that your base going down from time to time. That's the things, and so that that's you should really consider doing the offense is also doing the defense as well. Alright, so not getting anything new, so this match is definitely ended. I think this match is ended very quickly, but also learn a lot of synergy and some of the skill, how to be a very good teamwork, some of the coordinations as well. Things very good that we learned from team and boss. So, and congratulations that we win this match and win this round, and we are going to next round. Let's see who is the next round. Let's get back to the today match. Yeah, the last round will be Team Matt versus Team Chad. That's the match. I think after that match will be ended for 2 days, and we will wait for the next match. Time up. So once again, congratulations to Team Endboss, and also thanks for the amazing Team Alpha. They try to do their best and try to jump in all the time just to do their best to fight with Team Endboss. So both teams is doing their very best, I would say. Right, so we have to wait for the refreshment and wait for the next team to line up and going in. Right, so I will take about 5 minutes for the rest, and also let the organizer to prepare the next match.
I don't like to talk crap. As I said, shells don't have eyes.
Yeah, but I need to turn it off. I need to eat my dinner and supper. So it's too bad that I can't play because I already asked Dr. White to come here, you know, that we're waiting for Q something, but nothing much that we could kill. I do not want free round, man. I want fight.